Hello. Hey, I did take out my garbage this weekend. Thank you very much. I did. I took out two whole bags of garbage, okay, for my 2 main garbage cans. Third week in a row. Hi, everybody. Hi, Toaster. Hi, Isidu. Hi, Amatherius. Hi, Twitter Ponies. Hi, Osame. Hi, Caesar. Hi, Grudon. Hi, Rihanna. Hi, Jebeth. Wow. So many people here. Let me put on my uniform. I'm not in uniform for my Neopets stream, you guys. Now that I have an Apple Pencil again, I'm gonna start making those Neopets assets again, like the ones that I made so far. I have one in blue. I have an Aisha ears in every color. I use a red one because that's what color my Aisha is. But I made them in every color. Well, every basic color. Not every. There's like hundreds of colors in Neopets, but I made them in the 4 basic colors. And let's put on Dr. Fish's Grundo antennas, which I also made in multiple colors. I'm gonna start making more of them. I got a lot to do, but maybe I'll make the Aisha ones for the Fortnite announcement this weekend. That's a day-to-day. Yeah, if you produce that much garbage on a daily basis, sure. You take out the garbage every day. How much waste are you creating? Anyways. So yes, the Altador Cup, 20th annual Altador Cup. Wow, 20. This will be the first one that I'm like actually following from the beginning. I think I participated in like 1 or 2 previous Altador Cups. Thank you for the follow, Luxury Lounger. Thank you.
Luxury Lounger 875 is now following.
Before we even get into that, can we talk about Fortnite? Talk about Neopets Fortnite, you guys. Neopets is coming to Fortnite. Neopets is coming to Fortnite. However, I believe that it is going to be limited to... Hi! I was serious about Fortnite? Yeah. I tweeted it from the official Neopets Twitter. I didn't make that up. Yes, Neopets is coming to Fortnite. Give me a second. I believe it is limited to a sidekick, which is something that they added since the last time I played Fortnite. I have not played Fortnite in like a year, you guys. Do you remember when I used to play Fortnite frequently? I have not played Fortnite for like a year. And they added something called sidekicks, I guess. And I believe that the Neopets, they're only gonna have Aisha. I believe they're only gonna have Aisha and they're gonna be a sidekick, which is disappointing. But maybe if a lot of people like it, there it is. Maybe if a lot of people like it, maybe they'll add more. I want to see the fairies with guns. I want to see Dr. Sloth with guns. I want to see Iridecia with a gun. Yeah. I cook all days. Make salad all days. Clean my room and throw away bags. I don't know. I don't cook a lot. It usually takes a whole week for me to fill up my garbage cans. Fortnite, the game where Miku came from? Yes. When's the Rixie Nano collab? Oh yeah, King Altador. King Altador would rock in Fortnite. Come on now. Come on now. With his sword is like the what do you call it? The pickaxe? That would be awesome. But anyways, right now, from what they've teased, it appears that only Aisha, and it looks like particularly the default blue Aisha and the alien Aisha will be coming as sidekicks. Now, I'll probably make some alien Aisha ear assets for this occasion. I already made the blue one, so I might as well. But yes, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be on July 2nd, so you may see me playing Fortnite next week. But anyways, yeah. Now let's take a look at the Altador Cup. Welcome to the 20th annual Altador Cup press tour. Press tour started yesterday. This is where we get all kinds of information about the teams. They've released some information about some teams. They've released the new Neopia Central team, which I believe I have a picture of. If you guys did not see it the last time that I shared it. But this is the Neopia Central team. This is a new team, I believe. They did not have this one in previous cups. Neopia Central finally decided to join after all these years of being like the main freaking Neopets town. We've got a Poogle on the left, a cow in between the Poogle and the middle one. The middle one is called, the species is the one species that I forgot the name of. This is a newer species. What is it called? The species was revealed in like probably like 2008 or something, making it a new species. What is this one freaking called? The owl-like one. Owl Neopet. Bandagire. It's a cross between an owl and a panda. It was released 2014. Okay, so it was released. I was actually released pretty late. 2014 it was released. So this is actually a pretty new species. And I mean, that was like 12 years ago, but that's still pretty new in terms of Neopets. Yes, it's new in terms of Neopets, okay? That was after I was a child. That was after I was a small child, okay? So yes, it is new. That was probably like a few years before I stopped playing, but so we had a Bandagire in the middle. Then between the Bandagire and the Bloomeroo is a Varwolf, I believe it's called. Varwolf Neopet, yeah, Varwolf. And then all the way on the right, we have a Bloomeroo, the sexiest Bloomeroo I've seen in my life. I didn't know Bloomeroos could be bad like that. What the fuck? She's a baddie, a Bataroo. I did not know Bloomeroos could be bad like that. But yes, that is the team Neopia Central. Alright, let's get into the press tour content. So let's start with the news. Altador, the Altador 20... A bunny lizard thing. I don't know what a Bloomeroo is really supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a kangaroo and a tapir, I think. Something like that. But let's see. The Altador Cup 20 press tours underway. These are commentators. These are the same. They've had the same commentators, I'm pretty sure, every year. It's like the hippie Ixie and then the red Graro. Altador Cup 20 press tours underway. It's that time of year again. After what felt like a never-ending hiatus due to the gray curse spreading across Neopia, the Altador Cup is finally upon us. As always, I'm Tobias Sigmir and my partner, Hovry Sweet, I'm Tobias Sigmir and my partner, Hovry Sweet, and I are excited as ever to bring you breaking news as each state of the cup progresses. I don't know which one's which, actually. I never knew their names. Is Tobias Sigmir the Grarl? I'm gonna look it up. Tobias Sigmir. Tobias Sigmir is the Ixie. Yeah. He has like his own lore and everything. So the one on the left is Tobias. The one on the right is Hovry. To kick off the festivities, the press tour has officially begun. For the next week, we'll be bringing you the latest news on what each team has been up to, how they're looking going into this year's tournament, and who's new on the scene. Keep your eyes and ears peeled because there are going to be some changes coming to this year's Altador Cup, including the ability to earn points for your team on break days and bye days, and trivia questions we'll be asking about what's going on in the teams during the press tour. We'll even be awarding prize points early for answering those questions. That's all for now. Once again, I'm Tobias Sigmir, and this is my partner, Hovry Sweet. Stay tuned for our next report in a week's time on 629 when signups are open. Yay! Which team are we going to sign up for, you guys? So the Altador Cup is less of a World Cup and more of a Champions League. Hydrate break for the Altador. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody spammed a bunch of hydrates before I heard them. Let me drink them up. Thank you. All right, if we go to the Neopian Times. This is, gosh, the Neopian Times, you guys. I used to think that I wanted to write for the Neopia Times, but I was just a little one. I didn't really know how to write. Thank you for the hydrate. I don't know if I can write for the Neopia Times now. I don't know if I still have this, if I would still have the journalistic skills to write for the Neopia. God, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna chug all my soda at once. There we go. There we go. All the soda's gone. Alright, now with 50% more useless text. Soda! I'll get water next time. Alright, so let's see. So, you've never played the Altador Cup before. Altador Cup returns 2026. As you have probably already heard, Altador Cup is approaching. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. But if you're anything like me, maybe, possibly, you've never really participated before and are wondering how to get started. Well, fret not. Here, let's click this. We can figure it out together. And so, yeah, they actually have users can submit, like, their own Neopian Times articles. So maybe one day we'll be writing for the Neopia Times. Or the Neopian Times. Alright, you can figure this out together. I know there are many of you out there, don't deny it, that despite being longtime Neopets players, you've never really done the Altador Cup before. And that's okay. This article's for you! Yes, you! Maybe you've taken a pretty long break from Neopia and missed several tournaments and are no doubt wondering what's new. Maybe you've heard veteran players passionately defend their teams without really understanding why. Maybe the idea of it all just felt like too much. Or maybe, like me, you've simply never participated before. Well, whatever the case may be, I have good news for you. This is a great year to begin! Yay! The excitement starts early. Unlike previous years, the festivities begin before the first whistle blows. Beginning June 22nd, the press tour returns, complete with daily trivia questions. Not only is this a fun way to brush up on your Altador Cup knowledge, but answering correctly will also reward prize shop points. Dedicated participants may even earn streak bonuses by checking in every day. So make sure not to miss a single day. I already missed a single day, but it's okay. I know I certainly will be setting a daily reminder. For you newcomers, it is a perfect way to ease into the tournament while learning more about Neopia's biggest sporting event. There are more ways to participate. A Battle Pass style challenge track has been announced, offering yet another way for players to earn rewards throughout the event. There will also be a brand new game called Obstacle Course Caper, giving players something fresh to experience alongside familiar favorites. And my personal favorite announcement this year, retired avatars are expected to make a return, which is sure to excite collectors everywhere, aka me. So, whether you're a competitive player, a casual participant, or simply someone who enjoys collecting trophies and avatars, there seems to be something for everyone. Hi, Blumblin! Hi, how you doing? What did the Brightful Elder say? Oh! My maternal unit said to ask ChatGPT what to do. She's completely brain rotted by the AI, you guys! I don't know what to do! She said she thinks that the apartment is grounded. She said she thinks that rental properties in this area are required to be grounded. I don't know where she got that information, but yeah, I think I'll be fine. I didn't see like a crater or anything outside. So it probably sounded closer than it really was. I mean, it was obviously close enough. I did not get electrocuted. I did not. It was obviously close enough to cause some sort of interference. If you watch the clip, I watched the clip. By the way, it was a million times louder in real life than it was in the clip. The reason I was frozen for so long in the clip was because of like the aftershocks of like so like you guys heard the big boom, but you didn't hear like the rumble that was still shaking the apartment for like seconds afterward. Okay, it was like crazy. Anyways, but if you watch the clip, I actually like go like what? Like before the strike happens, because my screen was like My screen was like flickering in a weird way. Not in like a normal way, like in like a weird way. So clearly it was close enough there was some form of electrical interference. What caused it? Lightning! What do you mean what caused it? Lightning! A lightning bolt from Zeus in the sky. That's what caused it. It was a thunderstorm. They were like thunderstorm warnings beforehand, but I ignored them. Cause I'm like, who cares? We have thunderstorm all the time. Oh wait, Caesar, you weren't here? Oh, Caesar, you must have not been here. Wait, were you here? No, I think you were here. I thought you were here. Anyways. Yeah, there's a huge thunderbolt. Yes, it was on stream. There's a clip of it. Mel made a clip of it. You forgot about it. Oh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so. Welcome Team Neopia Central. This is great news. This year we welcome, we cheer, we scream with excitement. The debut of Team Neopia Central as a 20th team to join. Guys, there are 20 teams. As a 20th team to join the competition, they'll be entering the cup for the first time. There's 5 members on each team. That means there's 100 furry players to do a smash or pass of. All right. I was not electrocuted. I was not electrocuted at all. All right. By the way, guys, I have good news. I'm very chipper. I have good news. I got a blood test today, and my results were fantastic. I just got my results back. I'm a very healthy robot. I'm much healthier than my last blood test. Yes. I'm very happy. All those funky medications that Brightful Technologies have been pumping me with actually helped. Yay! Happy healthy robot. Anyways, I don't know. They just do the tests that they do, and then I look at the levels, and they're like, those are better. All right, but I have a mechanic. I have a mechanic appointment tomorrow to go over them. I don't know how to read it all. I just know it's good. I just know it's good stuff. All right. If you think about it, means some of us newcomers will have something in common with them. Will we both be making our All-Star Cup we will both be making our All-Star Cup debut. Maybe this is the team we rookies can join and root for? Good idea. Don't feel pressured to become an all-star. Whenever I hear veteran players talk about the All-Star Cup, I often hear stories of incredible scores, hours-long game sessions, and their pursuit of all-star rankings. And sure, while those achievements are certainly impressive and commendable, they certainly aren't the one and only way to enjoy the event. And sure, some players do completely devote themselves to helping their team climb the standings, but there are many others who simply play a few games each day, collect prizes, chat with fellow teammates, and just enjoy being part of the fun. Whichever way you decide to approach and enjoy the festivities and the event, both approaches are perfectly valid. Hi, Donald! Hi! We're reading the Neopets newspaper to learn about the new All-Star Cup. Alright, so let's, we don't have to read the whole article. Let's go over here. So, thank you for the hydrant. Let me go get my water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just grab some water, and then we will continue to go through the press tour. I'll be right back. Okay. Water. I don't know, I don't know what that all means. Ooh, I just know everything's good. Okay. So, we got, oh, you guys, the Altidore Cup wallpaper. Guys, I have not changed the wallpaper on my computer. I literally just have a default wallpaper. I literally just have a default, guys. Changes my fucking Twitter icon to one of the fucking Neopets players. Oh my god. Bruh. Where's Team Neopia Central? Yo, I'm gonna change my desktop background to Team Neopia Central. Alright, let's go over all the teams before I lock in one team. Before I decide on one team. Let's go through, gosh. right, let's go through everything. So we'll go to teams. Cross-reference whenever you have time. Even if all the numbers are under the normal label, the lab gives different results mean different things. Well, my mechanic is going to tell me all about it tomorrow. I regressed! So I'm 30. Hey! I'm not 50 years old. What are you talking about? All right, guys. Let's go through the teams. Now, not all the teams have been, like, you know, announced and everything yet. Okay, this is why there's, like, a process here. But let's go through the teams that have been. So, Team Altador. Last year, they got 19th place out of 19. Altador! Yeah, I'm starting to think one of your players needs to lose some weight. Alright. Altador. The sun sets on one era and rises anew on another. After Team Altador finished in last place in Altador Cup 19, team captain Voltaggio took some time off to retreat to the island of Yuyo. Oh, yeah, sorry, of Yuyu, where he spent his time thinking deeply about his place on the team. Though he began his Yuyu ball career in Shenku, he was traded to Team Altador. I would simply not host the Altador Cup if I was so shit at it. Yeah, true. That's true. This is the Altador Cup. It happens in Altador. That's so embarrassing. He literally had to like rethink his whole life. All right, he was traded to Team Altador, where he flourished and proved himself not only a capable athlete, but a worthy leader. Or had he? Under his guidance, Altador had consistently fallen at the bottom end of the scoreboard, and apparently the impact hit him hard enough for him to take a leave of absence from the team. After retreating to the island of Yuyu, Voltaggio reflected on his time leading his team. Even when we placed second and first in Cups 8 and 16, he said when asked for his trip. When I look back at those years, I couldn't help but feel as though those wins were flukes. Exceptions, not rules. I was convinced all I'd ever done for Team Altador was let them down. Voltaggio continued on to say that his guilt stems in part from how Selene Ritad had done so well in stepping up to help him out when he wasn't at the top of his game. Is this Voltaggio? I'm guessing this is Voltaggio. No, this is Selene. Who's Voltaggio? Oh, Voltaggio's the monkey. Okay, so Voltaggio's the monkey. The captain is Selene, so Selene is actually maybe like a killer player. Alright, Alright, Voltaggio expressed his remorse. Oh, wait, sorry. Not only that, but Selene had been taking more responsibility, even outside the team, acting as an emissary to the visiting rulers of other lands. Yeah, he stepped down as the leader. Hi, recommended drink. How you doing? We're going over the Altador Cup press tour. We're reading into Team Altador, the underdog, even though they're the hosting team, who placed 19th place last year. We're reading about how they're coping. All right, let's see. Voltaggio expresses remorse in having shrunk back from his duties rather than face them head on. But at the end of his retreat, he said his answer. He had his answer, that he would step down as captain and offer the position to Selene Ritad instead. Who am I picking? I'm leaning toward the new team, Neopia Central. I did participate in the Altador Cup like long ago, like when I was a little robot. But this is my first time coming back to Neopet, so I'm thinking that I might go with Neopia Central, the new team. What about you? Alright, by the end of the retreat... Okay, I read that already. When he announced his decision, however, his team met him first with protest. Who's Winberto? Winberto is the, walkie over here. Alright, you know better than anyone, Winberto slowly said when Livon Saber lamented. Well, Livon Saber, these names. Livon Saber, look at him. How are we supposed to win without your guidance? But Selene Ritad understood Voltaggio's need to rest and reorient himself. He agreed to step up as captain, but only until Voltaggio was ready to resume his position. Rixie could have made... Yes, I am back. I am back from a long hiatus. Approximately 10-year hiatus, actually. Believe it or not. I played Neopets all the way from when I was a little robot, like a little robot, all the way until Robo College. Yeah, all the way until Robo College. And then after Robo College, of course, I got a bit too busy being in Robo College. But now I am ready to come back. I've been playing on and off for like, how many months now, you guys? Like 6 months, maybe? Something like that. I think, wait, did I make my new account on my birthday? I think, which would have been January 31st, so like almost 6 months. Yeah, but anyways, we went through the whole void. How old is my account? My account is only 6 months old. I made a new account. I didn't remember my old account. I mean, my first account would be like over 20 years old, I'm sure. Let me think about it. Let me think about that math there. Almost. I would say no, actually my old account probably would be about 20 years old. My current account is only like 6 months. Yeah. I've been playing for 52 years. Sure. I've been playing for a while. But anyways. So let's see. Slay. Okay, I read this already. It was with this understanding that Team Altidore finalized their lineup change, and they have been working together since, as if nothing changed, except that Fultagio seems much lighter and happier. 64 years old. No! Since been playing since pets were just pets. You can contact the Neopets team and they could get back your account. Nah, that's okay. I'm not really invested in getting my old account back, to be honest. I'd rather just use my regular account. I mean my new account. I like my new account. Alright. Thank you though. I never knew that was something you could do. Alright. So here's the team. We've got the captain, Selene Ratad. He is a male Elefante. Strength, size, good hands, strong instincts, weakness, quickness. He's awfully slow, I'm sure. Fultagio, the right... Oops. What'd I do? Oopsie. I clicked something. What am I doing? Okay. Alright, Fultagio. The former captain, now right forward. He is a male Mincy, which is, you know, as you can see, the monkey one. His strengths, strength, passing, guarding. Weakness, frustrated by expectations, his own. Left defender, Livon Saber. He looks like the type that you'd like make a statue with a small penis of, if you were like an ancient Greek artist. Strong hands. You know how his hands got so strong. You know what they say about strong hands. Why are we on the... Oh, is that one of the players? Wait. Who the fuck is this? They're just showing random ass people? Who is that? Anyways, so left forward, Wimberto Solis. He is a Milwaukee. His strengths are... Oh, sorry, I didn't reach to Levon Sabears. Levon Saber, he is a male Galert. I also have strong hands. I mean, I don't know. How do you measure hand strength? I never thought about that. He's a left defender. Strength, tackling, speed, energy, weakness, clumsiness. Uh-oh. We got our left forward, Wimberto Solis. He is a Milwaukee. His strengths are scoring, quickness, and toughness, and his weakness is defense. Grip meter. Oh god, what's this? Trapper Remiss. A male Poogle. A male rabid Poogle. Does he bite people during the game? Strength, toughness, stealing the ball, speed, weakness, passing. Bio. While recent years' placements have been less than sunny for Team Altidore, their spirit remains steady and unwavering. As hosts of the Outdoor Cup and pillars of the sporting community, they do their best to set a shining example for others, but that doesn't mean they're ready to fall to ruin yet. They're ready to taste the sweet ambrosia of victory once more and will put their teamwork to the test to do it. No resting on laurels for this team. They're going to go out there and prove their glory days aren't the stuff of legends just yet. Alright, so, and this is their, the prize if you sign up for their team. Alright, let's go on to the next team we have here. Haunted Woods. Again, I don't know who this is, but it's fine. Haunted Woods. She's probably the captain of another team. Alright, the team Haunted Woods placed 14th place last time. I was into biting. What? Until I met someone who didn't know how to bite gently. Uh-oh. Hand dynamometer. Interesting. Alright, Haunted Woods. Howling for victory and running with a new pack. Despite it being dubbed the Gray Year, the previous year wasn't all doom and gloom. The denizens of the Wood Spirit were uplifted not only by their usual Halloween celebrations, but by the reveal that there were new friends hiding in the hollows. Varwolves had come to Neopia. Oh yeah, when were Varwolves released? Because Varwolves, I don't even think I remember those existing. Varwolf. Neopets. Varwolves were introduced in 2025, you guys. Varwolves are actually the new Neopet. I didn't even know that. But anyways. Alright, Team Haunted Woods was as excited by this news as everyone else, as it meant they could introduce the joys of Yu-Yu Ball to all new friends. They quickly put out an invitation for any curious Varwolves to come watch their practices, and soon enough the team had a whole new crowd of fans, one of whom now worked with the team regularly. Rixie's grip strength, 0.3. What? Although Enola Barik, their new water girl, I guess we don't get to meet like the other like side characters. The new water girl was nervous at being asked to help out at first. Team Haunted Woods did what they did best, accepted the Varwolf with all her peculiarities, just as they did when Kraid Talvos painted himself Wraith and made the jump from Waterboy to Star Defender. What? There's so much lore here, you guys. So this is Kraid Talvos. He's a Wraith Drake. All right. When pets paint themselves, like what is that? Is that like transitioning? I don't know. How is that work in the Neopets world? It's like, oh, now you're just like a whole new color. I can't imagine a granny bot like I'm not a granny bot, dude. I'm a ripe young age of 36 minus 36 or younger. Okay. All right. The Haunted Woods is home to creatures of all shapes, sizes, appendage numbers, and dispositions, and their Yu-Yu Ball team exemplifies and celebrates those differences like no other, especially when others are scared of what makes someone so special. Kraid spent a lot of time with her new teammate, in particular, as he could relate to her fears of letting down the team. He took care of to teach her the in and outs of the team's routine and how to understand brains. Morrigan's different intonations of the word brains. While Kelvator and Zoe Jr. taught her how to catch, throw, and take care of the Yu-Yu Balls. Finetti reportedly makes sure she gets to and from practice sessions safely, guarding her new teammate against the less friendly horrors of the Haunted Woods, such as a strange and familiar tentacle monster with big yellow eyes that frightened Finetti and Enola on their way to practice one day. It's not an unusual story here, unfortunately, Krell Vitor said of the incident, but it's not very common for tentacle monsters to show up in this neck of the woods. Or at all, really. Come to think of it, until recently, I'd never seen one at all. Makes a Kyrie wonder. All this lore for number 14. Hey, they could be number 1 this year. Whatever the creature that scared Enola and Finetti was, the team has come together to protect each other against it. They all go to and from practice as a group, keeping their many eyes out for each other. That odd bump in the night seems to have passed, though, and whatever it wanted, it has managed to make Team Haunted Woods closer and more guarded than ever before, which is fortunate for a team so on the defense. All right, so let's check out Team Haunted Woods. We've got Captain Krell Vitor. I wish they told you what paint color. They're wearing, because I'm not familiar with all the different. I want to say this is like mutant or something. I don't know. There's so many different ones nowadays that I can't keep track. So this is Krell Vitor. They have different like formations. We should go over like the rules of Yu-Yu Ball and stuff. I forgot. Team number 13, the shit that spooked those two. Yeah. All right. Team Captain Krell Vitor. He's a male Kyrie. He's obviously painted some sort of color. Or style. Now they have colors and styles now. There's different ones. All right, strength, leadership, guarding, tenacity, weakness, scoring. We got Finetti, a male Mirka. Strength, speed, jumping, good hands. Yeah, we like good hands here. Weakness, size. I guess he's small. All right, the right defender, former water boy, Kraid Talvos. He's a male Drake with a wraith style or wraith color. Strengths, tenacity, guarding, quickness. Scoring, weaknesses, scoring, hands, self-confidence, oh boy. Oh, Brains Mortigan. Oh god, he's a zombie Usul. Male zombie Usul. Strength, stamina, tenacity, weakness, quickness, intelligence. Center defender. Alright, so they have like I said, they have like different formations. So this one has a goalkeeper, right defender, center defender, and then center forward, Zoe Jr. Male Corbat. I think he's he's flame color. Scoring, strength, scoring, speed, clutch performer, weakness, guarding, size, bio. Though a few grave errors led to Team Haunted Woods placing 14th in Outdoor Cup 19, they managed to stay out of the dead last by doing what they do best, keeping their spirit strong and rising up to meet every challenge that comes their way. There's no resting in peace for this team until they bring home gold. So they put their brains together and stitched up some all-new strategies that will get even the biggest skeptics screaming. No bones about it. This year, the other teams don't stand a ghost of a chance. Alright, let's go on to Team Creludor. Okay, so she's from Team Creludor. Creludor, they placed first place last year. If you guys don't know, Team Creludor is the moon. Creludor is the moon of Neopia. So like these are like aliens, kind of. They live on the moon. Alright, Creludor to be the very best. While the gray year was difficult for all, Team Creludor struggled with not being able to defend their first place title. While some may revel in the chance to remain at the top for 2 years in a row. So the gray year, they didn't have an Outdoor Cup. Without having to fight for it, this team wanted to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that they could hold their own year after year. A few members on the team found an outlet by distributing self-made t-shirts about their previous win. But when all was said and done, they were itching to get back on the field. With the upcoming tournaments, there has been barely a day that goes by without the team practicing together. Until recently, when the powder keg that this team's right forward, Motor Dehi, finally exploded. Rumor has it that Dehi isn't performing to high standards of the rest of the team lately. Supposedly, he's been dropping passes more frequently and has come up short in scoring as well. His frustrations all seem to come to a head when after missing a pass from Clyde Weg, these fucking names, Qualday Weg, the Terry flipped and stormed off on the practice stormed off the practice field, pushing over equipment and benches on their way out. Do you guys know the Key and Peele sketch, the football names? They'll be like, I'm Quantavious Washington Jefferson IV from Northeastern University. You know what I'm talking about? My name's Jackson. Like, they just have like the most random names. These Outdoor Cup names are reminding me of that. Can the moon people guess that moon riddle? Probably, maybe. All right. For missing a pass from Clyde Weg. Okay, so he flipped out and stormed off the practice field. Did he? My name is. Anyways, how did he storm off with his little Terry feet? Terries are, here, I'll show you. This is a Terry. Well, okay, you can't see the whole body, but they're like little pterodactyls, but like birds. They got like little bird feet. All right, so drama. There's drama on Team Creludor. Also, is there gravity in Creludor? I don't know. Pushing over equipment and benches on his way out. Jurin T, the team's goalkeeper, has reportedly been the best on the team at keeping the day in check, and yet he refused to go after him. Yeah, it's been a couple days, but if he wants to throw a pity party, then who am I to stop him? Jurin said when asked about Day's recent absences from practice. Besides, I told him before, if he goes off on the team for no reason, I'll kick his butt again, so I doubt he wants to see me right now. Yet after a few more days of receiving a continuous death glare from Captain Darylyn Finette, the rookie seemed to change his mind. Dehi was found at the bottom of a crater, running drills repetitively all by himself. It looked as though he had been out there for days. When Jurin approached, Dehi tried pushing him away, but Jurin only pushed him back. The two scuffled with each other for a moment before Jurin pulled Dehi into an embrace that he couldn't break from. They slowly sat, Jurin still holding Dehi as the Terry appeared to cry into his shoulder. Oh, bromance! Bromance! In football, there's Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. However, after Dave followed up with a reporter, he clarified that there certainly weren't tears, and he had just got a little space dust in his eye after practicing hard to be on the same level as the rest of the team. Which is exactly what we all thought happened as well. And all that practice must have really paid off, as Team Creludor is back to everyday practice and looking like they certainly have a fighting chance to take home another gold this year. Let's take a look at the team roster. We've got our first female player and team captain, Darylyn Finette. She is a female Norbu. And her strengths are tackling, passing, and scoring. Her weakness, size, and stamina. All right, our goalkeeper, one half of the bromance, Jurin T. I don't know what the T stands for. Maybe like testicle grabber. I don't know. Species. He's a male rookie. Rookie's another like relatively newer. It's more like that one's probably more like a 2009 new, but it wasn't one of the first base sets of Neopets, right? Strength, stamina, athleticism, reflexes, weakness, hands, athletic IQ. What the fuck is athletic IQ? All right, we got my least favorite Neopet species, Quiggles. They're all mean and racist. Name, Eline Hawkshanks. Species, Quiggle, male. Strengths, running plays, passing, craftiness. Weakness, scoring, and size. Then we've got our left forward, Qualday Weg, who is a male Grundo. That's the type that Dr. Fish's antennas are based off. His strengths are passing, jumping, and reflexes. His weaknesses are lack of concentration and leadership. And good thing he's not the leader then. And then last we got Motor Dahi, the other half of the bromance. He's a bad boy. He is a male Terry. He's I think this is a Tyranian Terry, or something. I don't know. His strengths are speed, agility, and relentlessness. His weaknesses are size and poor judgment when angered. Listen, the size is going to be an issue for all the smaller Neopets, I'm sure. All right? You don't have to keep reminding them, okay, that they're small. Team Prelude blasted into first place during the 19th Altador Cup. They've always been out of this world when it comes to defeating the competition, rarely ever falling below 5th place since the cup began. The team has a strong focus on offense and charges forward with meteoric passion, leaving other teams in their space dust. With so many astronomically big personalities on this team, dynamics amongst the players can be a bit strenuous at times, but once they step foot on the field, it's like they have a cosmic connection. All right. Now, on to Team Lost Desert. This is Team Pyrania, so... Whoa, she big! Wow, she chunky! What the... Whoa, what's going on fucking Team Pyrania? I think this is from Team Pyrania. Alright, so we got Team Lost Desert. Stealing hearts and giving back. Sooner than we think, Rixie will be saying 2026. That's an old Neopet. Oh, yeah, one day. Alright, they placed 7th last time. Just like the Frengineers don't have to keep reminding Rixie, she's only 4 foot tall. I'm not 4 foot tall. I'm 4'11". That's basically 5 feet. Ooh. Disappointment battered the Lost Desert U-Ball team like a sandstorm when they heard that the Altador Cup had been canceled in year 27, but they weren't ready to lay their plans of victory to rest. While they took time to enjoy themselves and pursue their other interests, they all still made time for each other and for U-Ball practice. For the most part, things went smoothly until the team found themselves entombed in a mystery when their equipment was stolen by the Desert Scarabs. In truth, Luvia Trevon lent out their equipment in secret. Upon discovering this, Team Lost Desert invited the Desert Scarabs to join their practices. Wait, who are the Desert Scarabs? Are those like literal scarabs, or is that like some other group? With their quick thinking and their unmatched agility and cunning, the Desert Scarabs took the Yu-Yu Ball like Gebs to sand. It wasn't long before word got out they were joining Team Lost Desert during their practices, and soon those practices evolved into exhibition matches that anyone could watch or join for free. Since then, the Lost Desert Yu-Yu Ball team has exploded in popularity, and someday hundreds of Neopets will show up to watch their practices. Rixie is 5 Asian women feet height. Sure. One side benefit of their newfound popularity is that donations have started pouring in from all over the desert. Team Lost Desert no longer has to rely on the secret fundraising that initially forged their connection to the Desert Scarabs, but they have never forgotten the kindness of their friends and have indeed made efforts to pay it forward. I can see how much Yu-Yu Ball has helped the Desert Scarabs. I need to look up who the fuck the Desert Scarabs are. Who is that? Oh, a group of thieves that populate Sakmet. Okay, so they're like a bunch of thieves. Okay. So they're bad guys. It's a gang. They're teaming up with a gang. All right. Team captain Lyra Hegel said, "They really seem to feel a sense of belonging now. I've noticed in some of the Neopets that join in our exhibition games too. And that's why we decided to put the unprecedented amount of donations we've received toward opening a foundation that will make Yu-Yu Ball more accessible for everyone." Since his statement, Hegel and his team's foundation has helped to provide funding for a children's Yu-Yu Ball league, has sponsored a program to help provide healthy snacks and sports drinks to registered Yu-Yu Ball teams, and has purchased and donated equipment to smaller, more casual leagues. "It's just the beginning," Hegel promised as he handed out water bottles to a gaggle of excited young Neopets. "Our foundation's small right now, but if we can grow it, maybe we can help Neopia as a whole too." Team Lost Desert has reportedly taken the first steps in achieving that ambition by donating equipment to training camps run by their colleagues in Shenku and Terror Mountain, but they've made sure to spring for new equipment for themselves too, and are using it and their experience in playing with all sorts of volunteers to bring the heat to the Altador Cup competition this year. Alright, let's look at the team! I like the cohesiveness. of their I like the cohesiveness of their appearances. It looks like at least these two are painted with like the Lost Desert paint. And I like their uniforms. Their uniforms are nice. All right, Team Lost Desert. We got our captain, Lyra Hegel. He's a big fat cow. I mean, cow is literally the name of the Neopet. All right, he's a male cow. His strengths are energy, toughness, and strong instincts. His weakness is speed. We've got our left defender, Luvia Trevon, who is a male Drake. His strengths are consistency, passing, and tackling, and his weaknesses are scoring and self-confidence. All right, our left forward, Von DeKale, a male walkie. His strengths are passing, scoring, and tackling, and his weakness is jumping. All right, we've got Kiko on the team. I can jump jumps? Okay, here's the thing. We got Kikos. Kikos have no legs. Kikos have only arms and no legs. Jump jumps have only legs and no arms. So can jump jumps even play Yu-Yu Ball? I don't know. All right, so we got a female Kiko, Ree Salters. Her strengths are tenacity, guarding, and agility. Her weaknesses are hands and size. All she has is hands. What are you talking about? She's all hands. All right. And then we got Derby Azar, a female Scorchio. Her strengths are scoring, passing, and craftiness. And her weaknesses are vanity and belligerence. Oh, boy. All right. Diva. We got Diva on the team. All right, bio. It's strategies that shift like the sands and a foundation as sturdy as the pyramids. The Lost Desert Juju Ball team is here to win. Through the rivalry between Derby Azar and Von Kale still burns as hot as the desert sun. Oh, so these two have a rivalry. They should kiss. They should kiss. They should kiss. They should kiss. The rest of the team is thick as thieves. Literally, as their friendship with the Desert Scarabs has scored the team more opportunities than ever. Entombed within their hearts is a powerful respect for each other and a deep love of the game, which they're sure will lead them to victory. So, watch out. They're about to bury the competition. Alright, so that's Team Lost Desert. We got two more. They don't have Team Neopia on here yet. They don't have the lore yet. We got Terra Mountain and Tyrania. I don't think we have... Which of these emblems is... Wait, Kiko Lake has its own team. Wait. Bloomeroo Island has its own team too. Or Bloomeroo, what it's called. Roo Island. Where's Team Neopia's emblem? I'm not sure. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's gotta be on here somewhere, but I don't recognize it. Anyways, whatever. So we got Team Terror Mountain. They placed 12th last year, or last cup. A snowstorm on the horizon, turning terror into triumph. Tremors ran through the Yu-Yu Ball community when the story broke that Ozia Liddell of Team Terror Mountain was diagnosed with a degenerative eye disease. Oh, that's so sad. What? The first to find out were teams Decardia and Mystery Island when they visited Terror Mountain on their giant flying Yu-Yu, intent on playing some games to make sure the Happy stayed in Happy Valley, even in the great times Neopia was facing. It was Liddell himself who admitted the fact to the two visiting teams, despite initial hesitation. The Terror Mountain team captain, Pryteriel, supported his decision to tell them and reasserted to their friends on the other teams that this didn't mean Terror Mountain was out of the running in the next Algebra Cup. Winning wasn't their only plan, though. Why'd they go this deep in the lore? I know. Renault Patel announced to their new friends that they planned to open up a sports camp in the following month that would run the Yu-Yu Ball off-season. It's meant to help other Neopets who are living with disabilities, he explained. Though the Mystery Island and Decardia and Yu-Yu Ball teams were meant to depart a few days after their visit to Terror Mountain, they ended up staying an extra 2 weeks to help out with any last-minute preparations the camp needed and to participate in some of the workshops. She's an 8. This one, is that one? She is female. Oh, so they have a new, okay. So the other, wait, did they kick him off the team because he's blind? No, he's still there. Okay, so yeah, that is a female. Okay. I have a degenerate eye for Rixie. I wouldn't call it a disease. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right, Laura Benevelt even shared a few personal stories about adapting to land-based sports as a Neopet without legs, which inspired the campers, some of whom could relate. The camp, called Camp Honey Snow, was open on schedule and has been running for a few months now, though it is temporarily closed until the end of the Algebra Cup. It is located on the border of Happy Valley and Ice Caves, with Team Terra Mountain as its coordinators, and friends from other teams, including Zana Delanche of Team Shanku, who has founded a UU Ball training camp 2 years prior, as consultants and guest mentors. Programs include, but are not limited to, tips and tricks for catching UU balls without sight or hearing, sign language and braille study workshops that Ozia Liddell and Evrim Guilacco participate in alongside campers, paraskating and skiing lessons, adaptive arts, craft, and cooking classes, and even mobility aid bedazzled sessions. Bedazzling sessions. Sports and hobbies of all kinds are taught and supported, not just UU Ball. I like how some of these teams have like really wholesome like lore, where they're like we're funding the youth, we're helping people with disabilities do sports. Meanwhile, team fucking Kraludor are like fighting each other in craters. Alright. And the Buzz Honey and oat cookies were served in the cafeteria are to die for. They eat Buzz Honey? They eat Buzz Cum? What the fuck? Mine Matora, the Buzz Honey and oat cookies we serve in the cafeteria are to die for, Mine Matora added, as she handed out some of the said cookies, which she baked herself. They're packed full of protein and fiber. Great for breakfast on game days. Make sure you tell everyone about the camp, not the cookies, but you can tell them about the cookies too. Team Terra Mountain plans to reopen the camp once the Altador Cup ends, setting aside 2 weeks every 2 months to help welcome campers, new and old, and help them find strength in themselves and their communities. As for the Altador Cup itself, they plan to storm back into the scene stronger and more motivated than ever. Here's the roster. We've got Team Captain, Praetariel. She is a female. Aisha, go Aishas! Go Aishas. I love Aishas. Okay. Strength, passing, guarding, clutch performer. Weakness, scoring, lack of concentration. All right, we've got our Chia, a female Chia, first Chia we've seen. Female Chia named Mine Matora. Her strengths are good reflexes and steady hands. Her weakness, laziness, lack of concentration, and speed. Sounds like me. All right, we've got, oh, he's kind of handsome. Boris, I think, are kind of new Neopets too. I mean, new, you know, late 2000s new. All right, Ranak Patel. He's a male Bori. And his strengths are tackling, speed, and toughness. And his weakness is athletic IQ. All right, we got Evrim Guilacco. He is I believe this is a Tyranian Scorchio or something. He's a male Scorchio, and his strengths are speed, scoring, and tenacity. His weaknesses are size and strength. And last we got the blind one, Ozia Liddell. He is a male Buzz. I really like Buzzes too. I would like to adopt a Buzz as one of my next Neopets. His strengths are scoring, speed, and leadership, and his weaknesses are blocking and eyesight. My first ever Neopet was a Scorchio. My second ever Neopet was a Buzz. I remember this. I think I had a Galert as well. Anyways, coming in 12th place was a chilly reality for Team Terra Mountain and Altador Cup 19. But an even colder realization set in when the team discovered Ozia Liddell was losing his vision. Instead of freezing up, they kept cool heads and came out with a flurry of new strategies to turn what felt like an avalanche of bad news into an insurmountable offense. With these new tactics and their training in extreme blizzards, other teams will have to stay frosty to catch up with Team Terra Mountain as they climb to the top of the ranks. Alright. And then lastly, for what we have so far, we have Team Tyrania with Big Mama! Holy shit! Look at the size of her! Holy crap! That is one big chombi. They're not usually this thick, you guys. They're not usually this thick. They are dinosaurs, but holy shit. Alright, cracks in the facade. They got 3rd place last year. Cracks in the facade, putting Team Tyrania's fears to bedrock. The gray year brought more than its fair share of challenges to the denizens of Neopia, and though Tyrania itself never suffered the full extent of the Grey Curse, they weren't spared some of its hardships. When families and friends of Team Tyrania needed them, the team did everything they could to help them out, occasionally at their own expense. Captain Lorite felt this acutely when her babysitter traveled to be with family, and she had to bring her twin toddlers, Peb, and Brambles, to UU Ball practice. Oh god, she really is a big mama. Oh boy, ew. Alright, I don't want to see Peb or Brambles anywhere near the field. Though Peb and Brambles are beloved amongst the team members, their presence initially brought out a plethora of insecurities, and Wyla Benable, who is speculated to want to start a family with her husband, Harless Benable of Team Otara. Oh no, the husband and wife are on different teams? Gradually, she's grown more confident in her caretaking abilities by spending more time with Lorik's toddlers, and now Peb and Brambles are mainstays of practices, keeping the team on their toes both on and off the pitch. That can't be good. If you have a wife on one team and a husband on the other team, and they're dicking each other down between games, like that's not. They're good at playing with the team. The little darlings even know all about the rules of U-Ball now, Laura said fondly over the sound of Pep and Brambles screeching with glee as Twyla chased them around in a game of stone tag. But every now and then they get the darnest ideas in their heads. After Lil Reicher's interview concluded, practice continued long into the evening. When it was time to go home, the motherly Chombi corralled her daughters, but they only acquiesced to ending the day when they were promised to stop for Minty Rock ice cream on the way home because the monster didn't smell like the smell of mint. Lorex's smile was that of one who hadn't slept well in weeks. She said, see, they got in their precious noggins that there's a monster that watches our practices, when really it's just some vines rattling in the wind. It's true, Mama! He has big yellow eyes and he likes you-ball! Brambles protested, while Pep yelled, they're not vines, they're a monster! Vines don't move like that and they aren't slimy and they don't watch practice! Who the fuck? There really is a monster, isn't there? Though Loresh continues to insist there's no monster, Scrap Taggart and Spike's Barmy have both corroborated the twins' account. However, Scrap and Spikes are known to be the kids' favorite storytellers, so it is still uncertain whether or not the Mohawk and Croc have actually seen this so-called monster, or if they are simply humoring their young charges. Regardless, Team Tyrania continues to train hard, and are certain that with the aid of Pep and Brambles cheering them on, they will take yet another first-place win. Alright, let's look at the roster. We've got a captain, Lorite, who's a female Chombi, and she is fucking massive. Her strengths are passing, running plays, and leadership. Her weaknesses are scoring and speed. Alright, we've got the goalkeeper, Morgalog, who is a male Mohawk. I've never seen this type of Mohawk before. I guess it's a stone Mohawk. And his strengths are stamina, strong instincts, and passing. His weaknesses are quickness and hands. I mean, I guess he's got hooves, right? Ooh, this is the first time I've seen two of the same species on one team. We've got Scrap Taggart, who is a male Mohawk. I think this is a Tyranian Mohawk with the big horns. Strengths, toughness, guarding, and passing. Weakness, injury prone. Then we've got a female Tonu named Twyla Ben Nabel. This is the one who's dicking the fucking Moltara guy. Her strengths are scoring, stealing the ball, and experience. Her weaknesses are blocking and lack of concentration. Yeah, because she's concentrating on her husband's dick. And then we've got a male Croc named Spike's Barmy. His strengths are scoring, tackling, and speed. And his weaknesses are dirty play. And he's easily fooled. Okay. That should be dick watching. You think she's maybe not having problems with dirty play? Are you sure you didn't swap those? Alright, Team Tyrania erupted onto the podium with the third place victory at Altador Cup 19, and have been chipping away at a new training regimen to make sure they stay on top ever since. While hardship and insecurity have eroded the team's spirits on occasion and put those plans at risk, they've hardened their resolve to drum up their third first place win this year and have hewn together a few plays that are sure to rock the competition. The cornerstone of their strategy to carve out a win, stone cold grit and determination. Alright, so those are the teams that have been revealed, I guess, now. I mean, the only new team is Team Neopia Central. But those are the ones that have their little biographies or little press tour things published. Trivia. What is the name of the organization that helped launch Team Lost Desert to fame? The Desert Scarabs. Yay! Congratulations, you answered today's trivia question. I got 1,070 Neo points plus 10 prize points. And I got 500 Neo points plus 25 prize points for getting it right. Which one are we rooting for? I'm not gonna make a final decision. Until we've seen all the teams. But I'm leaning. I'm between Team Creludor that has the bromance and the drama, and Team Altador, the underdog, who had the guy step down. I kind of like this big fat Elefante. I'm gonna be honest. He seems cool. What do you guys think? What team do you like so far? Oh, this is Team Neopia Central. I just noticed. This right here with the money tree, that's Team Neopia Central. They haven't had all their team lore announced yet. Alright, so we don't have the rules in the tournament yet. Let's look at the challenge track. Alright, challenge track. This is the battle pass. I only have 35 points. Wait, I thought I got more points than that, but that's fine. Big Mama team, the one with the cute blind girl. No. She's not blind. She's not blind. He's blind. He's blind. She's not blind. Her eyes just look like that because she's an Aisha. They don't open their eyes. Then again, how do they see without their eyes open? I don't know. All right. But yeah, we can't sign up yet for a team. So the prize shop's not open yet. And then they have stuff you can buy. Well, who's that? Wait a second. Hold up. I'm sorry. Excuse me. You can't just... Who's that? Prize shopkeeper kind of giving me the smolder. Alright, anyway. So that is the... She's just a regular cute girl, yeah. So this is the... That's the outdoor... Okay. So they have like all this stuff, but we don't need to read all that. We need to learn the rules of Yu Ball. I need to learn how to play Yu Ball. I don't remember. I played it before, I just forgot. We have some other stuff to look at, you guys. Don't worry. I don't know if Yu Ball is like a game that you can practice. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't remember how it all works, you guys. I don't think it's a flash game like this. I think it's... I want to say it's a special thing, but let's see. Let's go to... They don't have a sports section. I thought they used to have a sports section. We can. I'll find a. Yeah, they don't have U-Ball. Okay, I'll find a page that explains how to play U-Ball, so we can remember that for when we play. All right, so let's grab this Jelly Neo page. So Yu-Yus are actually a pet. They're a pet, so they're actually playing with a living creature as the ball. All right. Yu Ball. So this is Jelly Neo. Oh wait, play game. Oh, wait. I don't think we can play it now though. What does this lead to? Yeah, it just leads to this page. Okay. So Yu Ball. Teams representing all of different Neopian lands go toe-to-toe in Altador Stadium. Hi, Pax. Hi. But only one can emerge victorious. Who will take home the highly coveted Altador Cup trophy this year? Hopefully, it's a team you're rooting for. All right, so here's like the Altador Cup field here. All right, in 2024's Altador Cup. So this is a little outdated. Well, 2024 was the last one they had. There's no minimum score required to earn rank points from a submitted score. A winning game earns you 14 rank points. And you can submit up to 29 scores per day of Yu Ball. So Yu Ball is, I guess Yu Ball is a flash game. Yeah, you can't, oh, yay, I got a free code stone, nice. It is a flash game, but you can only play it during the Altador Cup. All right, how to play. During each 3-minute game of Yu Ball, both teams will try to score points by slinging Yu-Yus into the opposing team's goal. After the referee blows his whistle, the team that has scored the most points wins. You will always play as the team you chose at the beginning of the Altador Cup, and the opposing team will always be controlled by the computer. So you can't actually play head-to-head against other players. Alright, during the round-robin phase of the tournament, each team plays every other team for 1 day. In the finals, matchups occur between teams that are within the same bracket. Top 6, middle 6, and bottom 6. You can see which teams are in the brackets here. Well, they don't have it right now. Basic controls on the desktop. You're able to move your players either by using the mouse or the keyboard. The game will automatically switch between the two when you press the arrow keys or click on the game screen with the mouse. Some other functions require keyboard regardless of how you move your players. Refer to the table below. Players will automatically pick up Yu-Yus and power-ups when walking across them. Press the spacebar to shoot the ball. The longer you keep the key pressed, the stronger the throw. The spacebar is also used to dash when your player is not in possession of the ball, which allows you to steal from other players. You may only dash if you're near the ball. Thank you for the hydrate, neutral good lad. Hi. I'm going over the rules of Yu Ball right now. Yu Ball is like Neopet's version of soccer or football. So I'm reading so that when the Altador Cup actually gets going, which is in July, I will know how to play. All right. When the action is close to your goalie, you can control them by pressing the V key. If your players are getting too bunched together or too spread out, you can force them to return to their default starting positions by pressing Shift. All right, so we got the keyboard, arrow keys, spacebar, reset formation Shift, and control goalie V. And then for mouse movement, it's automatic. Dash, left click, shoot, hold click, and then we got the controls here. All right, formations. For each match, you must choose which side of the field you like your team's goal to be on, as well as their formation. There are 3 different formations a team may have: 3-1, 2-2, or 1-3. Each team has a default formation they will always choose when controlled by the computer, except for the practice team, which will be random. The formation that works best for you comes down to your personal preference. So here are the different formations here. The 3-1, 2-2, and 1-3. UUs. There are 7 different UUs that may appear during a match. Each one has a different attributes and effects. So we got a normal UU, travels in the direction thrown at a moderate speed. A snow UU, travels in the direction thrown at a slower speed. The clockwork UU, travels in a direction thrown at moderate speed, but will explode in 7 to 10 seconds. That sounds dangerous. The fire UU, travels in a direction at a faster speed and can only be held for about 5 seconds. The fairy UU, travels in a slight curve left or right of the direction thrown at a moderate speed. And then we got the mutant UU, behaves like a different UU each time it's thrown. And then the Darrigan UU, travels in a random direction when thrown at moderate speed. Then we've got some power-ups. Randomly during the game, power-ups may appear on the field. You can only pick them up. There is no way for the computer to use them. The power-up will be activated in any of your players if any of your players walk over it, even if it's not the player you're currently controlling. The effects of each last about 15 seconds. Some are stackable, meaning their effect is increased if you pick up more than one while another is active. Some continue even after a goal is scored, while others are ended when a goal is scored. So I'm confused. Like, how do you choose which team member you're controlling? I guess it'll explain. All right, effect. So this is I don't know what this is called, but it's like a little wing. Effect increases the speed of your team members, and it is stackable. Does not persist after a goal. This one is a goal. I think it's a goal. Yeah, it's a goal being expanded. Expands the opponent's goal size to be larger. It is not stackable, and it persists after a goal is scored. We've got a little hand thing. Effect enhances your team's throwing power and increases their size. It is stackable, and it does not persist after a goal. And then lastly, we have the ice cube. Freezes all of your opponents. They can still catch the ball if it is thrown to them. It is stackable, and it does not persist. It's stackable, I guess, in the time that they're frozen, I guess. All right, making goals. There are many, many ways to score goals in UU Ball, but the 3 angles below tend to be very consistent about getting all your balls past the goalie, especially when launched at full power. So straight on, just a little bit below the center line. Diagonally from the southwest. And vertically from below the goal. Make sure you are clear of the wall or the ball will just bounce back. All right. So then you get rewards. All right. So that's just a basic overview of UU Ball for when we want to participate. All right, let's go back. They said there was a new game, but I don't know if the game is ready yet. I don't know if we can play the game yet. Where's the Outdoor Cup page? Where do they have like the Altador Cup hub? This isn't very intuitive. Oh no, we haven't fed our Neopet. Oh shit. Oh god. Alright, we have to go get her some food. Oh, here we go. Explore Altador Cup. Thank you for the burgers. Alright, let's go get some omelet. Aw, it's so nice to see the omelet nice and yellow. It used to be gray. Okay, let's feed her. Let me put this away. And then we'll get some jelly too. That's like the 2 main sources of free food. What do I still have in my shop that people haven't bought? Oh, I haven't priced those yet. All right, I'll deal with that later. Do I have anything in my tail? No, I have 0 Neo points in my tail. Ooh. All right, let's go to Jelly World. The only way to go to Jelly World is literally to type jelly in the URL. Hi, Timothy. How you doing? Hi. Have you read the Ultra Cup lore stuff? Ooh, cheese jelly. Is that worth any money? You hit the trading post limit of like 100 million per day. That's crazy. Wow. You finished the epilogue? That's just like the first press post and then like the teams that they have the profiles up for so far, right? Or is there like something else? Oh wait, the epilogue, sorry. I'm thinking of a prologue. The epilogue for Void. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna check on that in a sec. Alright, no spoilers, no spoilers. It's time locked? Oh. You mean okay, the cheese jelly's not worth anything, so let's eat that. Can I still access it? Alright, let's see. If she gets full. Alright, she's not hungry. Good enough for me. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, thank you. The world of Neopia is full of vibrance once more, in no small part thanks to your help. Alongside the fellow Neopians, you've solved puzzles, defended entire lands, and even taken down an otherworldly kaiju. Congratulations on reaching the conclusion of the Void Within. You stuck with Nyx and Iridecia until the end, and for that, we could not be more grateful. Without your support and passion, Neopia will surely have lost its luster long ago. I didn't get a lot of plot points, but I did get a trophy level Abyss Gazer. 372 points. While this story may be ending, many, many more are just beginning. Keep an eye out for after the final chapter ends in case any final secrets are still lurking about. I think I spent all my prize points. Yeah, I did. All right. Oh. Epilogue. All right, guys, let's read the epilogue. Chapter 19, Epilogue. The current catastrophe may be over, but its true architects are only just getting started. Time to rise and shine. It's Orion, you guys. The guy who showed up at the end and didn't do shit. Wait, what? What is happening? Wait, there's two of them. Relax, it's just me. But I'm awake. You've never talked to me like this before. There's like a dream Orion and like a sleep Orion. I know, our bond has really grown. I'm so happy for us. Also, it's not over. What do you mean it's not over? Come on, isn't it obvious? The story isn't over yet. There's some pretty big stuff you're missing, and I'm here to show it to you. Just like the old times. I've been trying to forget the old times. Rude. I thought we had a great time together. What part of the sleepless nights and premonitions of great horrors seemed fun to you? The part where they helped save the world. He's the avatar of, like, 4 lyre strings? I don't know. Oh, Argentina have been magically classified to the next round. Yay! They're likely to face against a very weakened and underwhelming Uruguay, who should be better for a team with 4 championships, actually 2, or the surprise of the tournament, Cape Verde. Okay. I heard Lionel Messi's officially a world record holder for most goals scored. I know they won their last match, so I'm excited. Alright. But you say there's more. Oh yeah. Haven't you noticed that crack in the sky remains even after those tone-deaf upstarts bit the dust? That means something, or someone, is still meddling in affairs beyond our understanding. However, despite our new bond, I still don't have enough power to show you the full picture quite yet. We're going to need to find another of my anchors. Anchors? Yeah, like the stone tablet you found on Terra Mountain. If we can find more, then my connection will go stronger. Okay, so where can we find them? Yeah, I don't know. What? Why not? Well, the whole reason I spread them out in the first place was to keep them out of the wrong hands. And unfortunately, those hands have many ways of getting even the likes of me to talk. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my goodness! Brendo Frengineer! Hi, Mango! Hi. Let's get those antennas on Frengineer. They're a little crooked. Wait. Wait, let's get Dr. Fish lined up. No! Ooh. Dr. Fish, stay still for like 2 seconds. No. He's always floating. He's like a shark. They need to keep moving or like he dies. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. The weight of his own balls will crush him if he stays still. There we go. Alright. Well, the whole reason I spread them out in the first... Oh, I read that already. Last match, Argentina versus Uruguay last year. Argentina won 1-0. I believe in them. I believe they can win. So, I've set up quite a few safeguards. One of which is hiding the secrets tied to them from every living and non-living soul, which includes myself. But no need to fret. Lovely, intelligent me already left a hint at where we need to go for the next anchor. You did? Yep. When you found the stone tablet of me in Terror Mountain. Wait, that was you? It wasn't an exact likeness by any means, but the art hadn't been around for long, so you have to give them some credit. But as I was saying, when you pieced the tablet back together, it was like it unlocked something within me. It took a while for me to connect the dots, but the next anchor must be with an old friend of mine. Okay, who? She's too ancient for a name you would recognize, but she resides in what some call the lair of the beast. She's too ancient for her name to be recognizable. That's crazy. What? You can't expect me to venture there. Practically no one has entered that den and lived to speak of it. As I would expect from her. She's always a fierce one. Ah! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god, the mouse! The mouse just jumped on my foot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need mouse traps. I need mouse traps. I need mouse traps. I've been attacked. What the fuck was it thinking? Did it not realize that I was here? Oh my god. I need mouse traps. I cannot believe it just touched me. Oh my gosh. I need to Purell my fucking foot. Test subject, do something. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm Purelling my fucking foot. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ah! Get test subject a gun. Disgusting. I cannot believe that thing just touched me. Oh my god. Too many scares. Too many scares for 1 week. It's only Tuesday. He just wanted a nibble because I'm so sweet. Aw, thank you. I mean, he didn't bite me, but he scared the crap out of me. He ran right against my foot. Oh my gosh. That was so scary. No earthquakes. It's fine. It's fine. It's Purell. It kills 99.99% of germs. We're fine. Alright. Anyways. Where was I? That was terrifying. 0.1%. Alright. Okay, so if we go there, she won't attack? If I were in my corporeal form. No, she'd still probably try to eat me. So she'd most certainly gobble you up. Not even Clorox kills 99%. I'll be fine. It touched me for like 1 second. It didn't bite me. It grossed me out, but I think I'll be fine. However, I used to be able to play her a song. If we can replicate that, it may just calm her long enough to retrieve the anchor. Great, so you can just teach me the chords. Or I guess maybe play it yourself with my hands? Touch me with my own hands! Sadly, neither of those things will work just yet. My lyre first needs a bit of a makeover, or perhaps an upgrade is a better word for it. We'll need to find the strings of the 4 waves and reattach them before it'll sound anything like how I used to play. I gotta be honest, I don't give a shit about this guy and his clone. Okay? I want an epilogue with like the people I actually care about from the story. And how do we find those? I'm not entirely certain. I don't even recall talking them off, to be honest. And they were a real hassle to acquire in the first place, so I wouldn't have done so carelessly. So I imagine it's part of the secrets I hid deep within my own subconscious. Then what do you expect me to do? I'm so glad you asked. You see, there's more than one reason why I've inhabited you, of all people. Which is... your family. But my family? We don't really talk anymore. That doesn't change the fact that you come from a long line of powerful fortune tellers and enchanters. I need you and your cards to read me. Read you? But you're me. Yes, that does complicate things, and it's the best shot we've got for the time being. While I have hidden the secrets even for myself, they're still a part of me deep down. So I must have known that eventually someone would come along with the power to pull them out. I'm really not that powerful. Hi, Red Chimera! Hi. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. How you doing? I don't know how to explain it, but this one's more handsome than this one. That doesn't matter, not with your heritage. If you can pull even the slightest hint from within my subconscious, I should be able to recall how to tame each string. I'm glad you're doing good. Tame? Yes, they each hold tremendous power and require certain rituals to quell them long enough to put on the lyre. Yeah, we're doing, apparently there's an epilogue to The Void Within. So we went over the Outdoor Cup stuff already, and now we're doing the epilogue to, the plot. Alright, if you can pull those rituals from within me, I should be able to connect with their power once they're completed and point you toward their locations. Use your cards to read me. Try as many times as you need. We just need 4 successful reads to get started. Sounds like a scam. Alright, Orion, we need to find and tame something called the Strings of the Four Waves. To do that, we must unlock clues on how to quell their power. These secrets are locked within the subconscious of the entity that's inhabited me. He said that accurate readings with my tarot cards would pull these secrets from within him. However, I am also him. He is also me? Whatever. Either way, I feel it's prudent to ask for outside help. Please assist me in performing these readings. It doesn't matter how many times we fail. We just need 4 successful reads of the entity to unlock the rituals to calm each string. Then, once we've successfully performed each one, he will be able to sense their locations, and we can finally rejoin them to the lyre. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, it's a game! Orion, rules. I will be using only the 22 major arcana cards. Oh god, is this tarot stuff? Who knows tarot stuff? I don't know tarot stuff. We'll be using only the 22 major arcana cards. You'll be shown 2 cards, one which you can see, the other is hidden. You have to guess whether the hidden card is higher or lower than the one shown. This is just a card game. If you guess correctly, you must guess whether the next card is higher or lower than the previous card. If you guess it correctly, you lose. Cards are numbered. Alright. Alright. The Devil. Ooh, oh god. I don't know if I like this picture of Sloth with 2 Grundos chained by the neck, and one of them looks quite sad. Oh god, what is he doing to those Grundos? Oh. The Devil indeed. I'm gonna guess this one's gonna be lower than this one. Ah, the Lovers. 6. I'm gonna go with higher. Ah, Death. There, it's there again. Alright, 13 is like kind of in the middle. Let's go with lower. Great job! Did I win? I won my first try? Great job! For helping Orion read the cards, here's your prize, an Orion keychain. Something is coming back to me. The ocean never settles, for the moon is forever pulling at the tides. But there is a moment within an honored spire where one could share an audience with the night sky. Why does this guy speak in poetry? Between the beat of the old and new, an inquiry for the tranquility of the ever-moving waves may be granted if within the hollowed walls. But a tick too early or a tick too late, and the request will be forever lost among the stars. Alright. The Hanged Man is the fucking Grund. The Hanged Man is the fucking, the abandoned Grundo plushie. That's so funny. Okay, so we can play again. We have to win 4 times. Alright. The Hermit. 9. Let's go higher. Temperance. That's the, Wait, is she... No, that's the Trading Post Fairy. But why is she stirring that? That reminds me of the Soup Kitchen Fairy, but Soup Kitchen Fairy doesn't look like that. What is she stirring? I forget. Anyways, let's go lower. The Empress. Not anymore. Number 3. Let's go higher. Hey! Alright. Do you want another tarot reading? No, that's okay. I got a magic muffin. Yippee! Even the most solid of foundations can shake and crack, for the ground all walk upon is not as calm as it appears. There is no anger within the rumbling, simply an energy forever seeking an escape. A run without a race, a fight without a brawl. So quake the earth with the strength of 1,000, but only destroy if an even match. Alright, so these riddles, I think, correspond to locations. So I'm guessing this is probably Morocco? And this is probably Motara, the volcano. Alright. The Chariot. 7. Let's go higher. The Wheel of Fortune. Higher. The Fool. Oh, I like that card. I like this art. This is cute. Let's play again. I wish they would make a Neopets card game like Pokemon TCG Pocket. Like I could play on the phone. That'd be fun. Alright, the Magician, number 1. Let's go higher. The Chariot, let's go higher. You can buy the tarot cards. They are pretty. Aw. Try again. Alright, the Moon. Oh, it's everybody's least favorite Norbu. The Moon. Let's go lower. The Magician, higher. Temperance. 14. Let's try higher. Oh, Justice. She's hot. The Moon haunts you. Hi, Lord Umbra. Hi. We're playing a little card game for the epilogue of this plot thing. Alright, the Tower. Let's go lower. Justice. Higher. Darn it. Come on now. Lower. Lower. Higher. Yay! Alright. For helping Orion read the cards, I got a magic stamp. Or a musical stamp. Alright. To capture the breath of the land is nigh an impossible feat. The patience it takes would drive many to their wits' end. Only those who can stare into the depths for days and return with favor may know what it takes. However, even then, repetition is key, for they must lure in success times 3. What? Alright, whatever. Next. Alright, Wheel of Fortune, let's go higher. Tower, let's go lower. Alright, one more. Strength, let's go higher. Ah, the Hierophant. Okay. Last one. Come on. We just need one more. This Star. Lower. Hierophant, higher. Aerophant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's sort of feeling better after lighting. She is. We had a good snuggle. I washed my blanket. She did pee on my blanket, you guys. I knew she did something. I had to clean it up. I had to wash my blanket, but my blanket's clean and everything's good. Yeah. All right. Justice. Let's go higher. Come on. It's a simple card game. The Emperor. Oh, you guys. What if I put these tarot cards on my throne? The shit blankie. No, she didn't shit on it. She just peed on it. All right. I was able to wash it. The High Priestess. Okay. The Moon lower. Fuck. Judgment. Alright, higher. The Tower lower. High Priestess higher. Yay! Alright. I don't think lemonade smells like that. Alright, Tarot Card Guide. TCG. Thank you for the burgers! Alright, something is coming back to me. It would take a tetrad of the brightest minds traversing the stars 4 millennia to grasp even a quarter of the secrets the ever-expanding universe holds. And yet, acquiring its power is simple, for it is not about how far one goes, but about what they can truly acquire in their travels. If these correspond to locations, I'm guessing that one's Virtue Pet's space station. Alright, let's see what it says. It seems like each string has a unique ritual. I'm not sure how some of these can be done in modern-day Neopia. Hopefully, we don't have to take them so literally. Once we've accomplished everything, the entity should be able to sense the string's locations. I doubt it will be easy as pointing them out on a map, though. Shit, so I have to like solve all of this? Okay. Guys, we got an actual like, mission here. We should do a tier list of an American food. I actually did do food tier lists. I think I don't know if I did fast food. I don't know if I did like specifically American food, but all right. So let's see. Once we've accomplished everything, the entity should be able to sense the string's locations. Alright, so let's see. Number 1. The ocean never settles, for the moon is forever pulling at its tides. But there is a moment within an honored spire where one can share an audience with the night sky. With between the beat of old and new, an inquiry for the tranquility of the ever-moving waves may be granted if within the hallowed walls. But a tick too early or a tick too late, and the request will be forever lost among the stars. Let's go to Morocco and see what's up. Moroccan ruins. Wait, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? An empty kelp bed. Oh. I thought that was a person. Is that not a person? Guys, is that not a being standing on 2 legs? It's fine. We'll figure it out later. That might be part of another plot. That's probably part of a different plot. Let's do our underwater fishing for today. Over here. Alright. A spire. I mean, there's spires in Fairyland. I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. Maybe Croc Island. They don't have spires there. I don't know much about these other lands, to be honest. Let's read the clues again. Altador from the clouds. Welcome to Altador from the clouds. This year, the friendly pirates of Croc Island have returned to host once again. Come on board each day to claim new gifts. Oh, is this... Welcome to Altador from the clouds. Is this like... Oh, is this like for rich people? Oh, this is for like Neopets. This is for fucking Neopets, like premium people to have their own like freaking VIP airship. Oh, never mind. Wait. No, yeah, I need money for this. Wow. Wow. All right. I see how it is. Us fucking poors have to It's a login event for rich people. You need to buy something to have this. Also, what's Kiko Match Madness? Lawyer Bot says, "Ah, there you are," and tries to serve you with a subpoena. You quickly dash away. What? Lawyer Bot! Oh God, stay away from me. All right. Kiko Match Madness. Oh, this is just a little like bonus thing where you can get extra prizes for playing Kiko Match. All right, it's not like a huge event. Poor shits have to walk to the stadium, literally. Oh wait, this plot story's already come to a close, so it's no longer playable. Is it? The epilogue was June 16th, so wait, am I like locked out of this? Wait. A message from Dr. Landelbrot. According to my Void Essence container readings, we have collected more than enough of this mysterious substance to support my ongoing research. You certainly earned yourself a break from collecting. Please kick back and do some Rudoku while Jordana, Centillia, and I get to work. Alright. Collect reward. Do I get a reward? I don't think I get a reward. I think it's over. I don't think I can't do anything with the plot anymore. They give you 1 week to do this fucking epilogue? I'm gonna look it up. So upon the conclusion of the plot, June 16th, epilogue became available. As announced... Oh, it says the epilogue will be available indefinitely. Alright, so no, we should still be able to do the epilogue. Hi, Minokalu! Hi! Hello. We can still do the epilogue, so let's try to solve this here. Each string has a unique ritual. I'm not sure how some of these can be done in modern-day Neopia. Hopefully, we don't have to take them so literally. Once we've accomplished everything, the entity should be able to sense the string's locations. Alright. The ocean never settles, for the moon is forever pulling at its tides. But there is a moment within an honored spire where one can share an audience with the night. Oh, where one can share an audience with the night sky. Between the beat of old and new, an inquiry for the tranquility of the ever-moving waves may be granted if within the hollowed walls. A tick too early or a tick too late, the request will be forever lost among the stars. Is that the Altador Observatory? No. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, I'm a little worried about the whole timing part. I mean, this, maybe not here. Let's try to solve it. Don't tell me the answers. No spoilers. Oh, you have to do it at a specific time? You have to actually do it at a specific time? Okay, well then. Okay, forget that. Forget that then. That's crazy. That's what you meant by time locked. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, let's read the other hints then. Let's just read the other hints and we can think about how we would solve them if we could. I'll do the midnight thing on my own time at some point. The riddles make no sense. Oh fuck. Alright, well, I'll make my my deductions, okay? Maybe we'll figure it out next week. Alright, so even the most solid of foundations can shake and crack. For the ground, I mean, I hate bad riddles, but number 3 is also time locked. Alright, don't worry about it. Let's see. The most solid of foundations can shake and crack. For the ground all walk upon is not as calm as it appears. There is no anger within the rumbling, simply an energy forever seeking an escape. A run without a race, a fight without a brawl. So quake the earth with a strength of 1,000, but only destroy if an even match. Thank you for the burgers. The strength of 1,000? Where can I get 1,000 motherfuckers to shake the earth with me? Where's the other area of... Oh, plateau. Tectonic plates? Yeah. Where's Moltara? I don't even know where Moltara... Moltara's on the moon, isn't it? No? I forget where Moltara is. Like, I don't even know what area of Neopets that is. Also, no one knows the answer to number 3 because it was bugged. Oh, dear God. Alright. Yeah, I don't know where 1,000 motherfuckers can come shake the earth with me. Where? Okay, when it says an even match, where would there be 1,000 something under the earth fighting me? I don't know. Maybe we will cheat later. Maybe we'll cheat later, but not now. Not now. Even the most solid foundations can shake and crack, but the ground all walk upon is not as calm as it appears. There is no anger within the rumbling, simply an energy forever seeking an escape. A run without a race, and a fight without a brawl. So quake the earth with the strength of 1,000, but only destroy if an even match. Shake the earth. Sorry, quake the earth with the strength of 1,000. All right, let's read the third one. The one that you said is all bugged out. To capture the breath of the land is a nigh on impossible feat. The patient it takes would drive many to their wits' end. Only those who can stare into the depths for days and return with favor may know what it takes. However, even then, repetition is key, for they must lure in a success times 3. That makes me think of like the freaking that makes me think of my little pet in his hole. Where is that? Where's the pet hole that I put him in every single day? I don't even remember where that is. He's just down there languishing. Alright, let me find the... Give me a second. Grave danger. Oh, well, that's a crypt, not a hole. Never mind. Well, he's in the catacombs. Alright, let me go back to the riddles. The rift is still back there. The breath of the land. Stare into the depths for days and return with favor. The breath of the land? I don't know, man. The depths. I mean, yeah, the only thing it makes me think of is like any of the games that involve going into caves. So grave danger. The deserted tomb, maybe. And then the cave. Yeah. The Lost in the Dark, I think. Nah. Volcano? Again, I don't even remember what Moltara is. Let's go. Voltara Quarry. I got my fucking worthless obsidian. Voltara City. Voltara Caves. So this is I don't even know where this is. Like, I literally don't even know how to get into Moltara. Like, this is just a place I know exists. Oh, this is a game. Hi, Majari! Hi, Omi! How you doing? Moltara Caves. Dark cave. It's too dark in here. Oh, yeah, I need a light source for that. This is like a whole thing. The magma pool. The Arcanium. This is a bookstore. Yeah. We're trying to solve some fuck-ass riddles right now. Yeah, I hadn't played it for a really long time, but I came back to it, and it's really fun. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. This is tough. I might have to cheat with this later. I'm not gonna deal with it now, though, with all these stupid time-gated things. What's that little guy doing over there? What a neat-looking worm. Too bad you have nowhere to put it. Oh, yeah, I think this is like a whole plot line I have to follow to get, like, the worm and... Alright, we'll do that later. Let's go back to the last riddle, and then once we're done pondering something that we can't solve right now, we'll move on to something else. Alright. It would take a tetrad of the brightest minds traversing the stars 4 millennia to grasp even a quarter of the secrets the ever-expanding universe holds. And yet, acquiring its power is simple, for it is not about how far one goes, but about what they can truly acquire in their travels. What? That's the stupidest one. Wait. What they can acquire, what they can truly acquire in their travels. How big your backpack is? I don't know. These are stupid riddles. These are some fuck-ass riddles. Rundo Warehouse. Oh, this is for when you get prize codes. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I give up. we won't worry about that then. Alright. Epilogue's a bust. I think they said that there's a new store with, like, Orion. I saw them talking about that on Twitter. I forget where it is, though. Oh, New York? Wait a second. Welcome to New York. Let's fucking go. Welcome to New York. August 21st and 23rd. I'm going to be there, you guys. I've been waiting for you. Save the date. August 21st and 23rd. All right, this is just an announcement that the pop-up shop's going to be in New York City. But that's kind of funny. They put like a whole skyscraper over here with like Times Square-esque things. All right, so that's not what I was looking for though. Let me look at the tweets that I'm referring to. I don't know where they put his shop. Unless they were talking about Neo York and I mixed it up with something else. Excuse me. Oh no, I think the shop they were talking about was the Neo York. I might be dumb. Yeah, I'm dumb. I mixed up. I probably saw the tweets in quick succession. The one about Orion and then the one about the shop. So yeah, there's nothing else with that. Alright, what else do we have to do? Excuse me. Okay, here we go. What was the new... They said there was going to be a new game. What's the new game called? I don't know if that's out yet. Oh, Obstacle Course Caper. I don't think that's out yet though. Let me look that up. Maybe we could play some Kiko match. We can wrap up the Altidore plot, although I almost don't even want to deal. I almost don't even want to deal with the Altidore plot. Alright, a new game will debut this year. Obstacle Course Caper. Alright, it's not available yet. Alright, let's not worry about that then. It'd be kind of cute just to like read some random Neopian Time stuff. Top 50 easiest game trophies. Stamps to avoid while restocking. Help on a budget. Just some cute shit. Alright, let's get rid of some of these here. What else did I want to do? Let me organize my freaking inventory. Alright, let me get rid of this. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Alright, let me quick stock. Okay, deposit. Stock. Deposit. 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 Stock. Alright. I have a notification. No, I don't. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to... I wanted to check the Void Within again. The Orion thing, New York. What time is it? It's like almost 10 p.m. Do I want to deal with Altidore? If we're gonna deal with Altidore, let's play some Kiko match first, so I can chill out. So I can chill out a little bit and not have to deal with all the constellation nonsense. All right. All right. Kiko match is a very easy game, but how it works? Submit a score of 350 points or more. Bonus. Complete challenge in 1 minute? Is that complete the challenge? Wait, I'm confused. I don't know what they mean by that. What you mean, like complete one match in that amount of time, or complete the score in that amount of time? I don't know. But yes, Kiko match is a very easy game. It's literally just a memory game, like to match. It might be kind of boring to watch, honestly. Alright. Okay, rainbow, baby. Green, rainbow. Rainbow. Okay. Baby, green. Green. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Spaceship. Mutant. Cloud. Lava. Snow. Zombie. Okay, I gotta remember these. Snow. Oh, lava. Orange. Chocolate chip. Cloud. Stone. Stone. I think that's cheese. Plushie. Chocolate chip. Purple. Oh, I think that's pink, actually. Orange. I don't know what that one is. Spaceship. Cheese or gold, maybe. Onion. Skeleton. Spotted. Mutant. Oh, this is pink. Plushie. Spotted. Baby. Oh, I think I beat it just under the challenge time. Just over the challenge time, I mean. So let's see if I got the prize. Oops. Oh, I did get them. Yay! Alright, cool. All done. That was easy. I'm gonna put these in my safety deposit. Alright, guys. Do you want to drag our asses back to Altador to deal with whatever nonsense is still going on over there? Or what nonsense is going on over there back from like 2008 that we're just doing now? Alright. Let's see what he said again. The archivist says, strange, I'd overlooked that drawing of the Dar. He hesitates for a moment and gathers his composure. The betrayer. But you think it means something, you say? But what? Anytime it annoys us, we can go, this is why you're 19th. This is why you're 19th. Dozen years from now, yeah. That's like Altador got 19th place in the Altador Cup that they host. Alright. He plops into his chair and rests his chin on his hands. The fire in her hands, well, it's practically her trademark. And the picture does resemble her statue in the Hall of Heroes. Except in the statue, the flames are stone, just like the rest of it. Perhaps there's some way to bring the stones to life? There might be a spell in the archives somewhere, but the cataloging system doesn't go into detail about specific spells, just the title of books. He shakes his head. Of course, there are thousands of spell books in there. Tens or hundreds of thousands, perhaps. I wouldn't know where to begin to find a proper spell. Finding the coordinates for the correct room, just searching randomly would be madness of some kind. Well, okay, so we're not gonna search randomly. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the burgers. Bye-bye, Dono Thing. Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you. Alright, time to wander aimlessly. So I think we had the whole thing here. Oh yeah, they're just happy because we kicked out the fake, Bloomeroo. Alright. This Quiggle is still up to his dastardly deeds. I'm just like I'm in a mode of like just click everything until something is different, right? That's kind of been how we had to do it before. So this is the archives where we're looking for the spell, but again, I don't think just continuously clicking like we did last time is gonna work. I mean, last time we looked it up. Last time I cheated because I was like, I'm not dealing with this. So let's go explore all the clickables, all the clickable areas, see if anything changed. And if not, we might as well just look it up. I'm not trying to be a hero today. I gotta conserve my energy for the Altador Cup, you guys. I can't with this nonsense. Alright, the clouds just look the same. Farm. Thank you. Thank you so much for saving my crops. We surely would have drowned in a flood if it hadn't been for your quick thinking. You're welcome. Are you still gonna bat my hand away when I try to use the mill? Farmer Follies runs into the windmill shouting, "Windmills don't work that way." He slaps her hand. Hey, don't touch me. That's assault. Alright. Alright. Watch, it's gonna be some stupid shit. Like, I have to, like, click all the way out here. Well, why don't I go to the Hall of Heroes and go, like, molest the Darkest Fairy statue and see if that helps. I could put that pendant on her, but I don't know that that makes a difference. Turns out we have to click right under his sack. Have we talked to the janitor? A janitor shouts, "What? After all that, I don't even get to see the ceiling all lit up pretty? Nonsense! This is ridiculous! I demand reparations! I demand satisfaction! Something must be done! Arrgh!" He starts running around in circles. Alright. Alright, buddy. Who's the, like, spell caster? Who's, like, the master wizard of this area? Or the like, strongest magic user. Surely you have a spell to bring the flames to life. Hi, Nun. Hi. Neopets. I actually prefer retro owners. Okay, good one, Grandpa. How you doing? Alright. There's not like some secret tree to click past here. Go back to fucking perfectly flat rock quarry where all the interesting stuff happens. Thanks, kiddo. Sat on the deck today. What did you do with the cold one? Alright. This is still... The spectral Minitheus seems to have evaporated. Okay. Yeah, I am not... Look, all the Void Within plot thing is all gone, so... I'm not opposed to cheating on this one, because this is... The clues have been historically very stupid, and... I'm not really in the mood to cope. Alright. Not in the mood to cope and seethe. Alright. This is where the Alzheimer Cup takes place. If you didn't know. Last place we have to go is this water tower place. You did it! Yay! Can I go back in? I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's just look it up. Let's just look it up. I give up. I gave it my best shot. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, take a stroll to the archives lobby and click the doorknob, the purple door of the archives. For the next step, you'll need to know the exact coordinates of the Sleeper constellation. Holy, alright, very cool. Of the Sleeper? Why specifically the Sleeper? Is she like the strongest? Is she? Oh, is the Sleeper the darkest fairy? I'm stupid. She's the darkest fairy, that's why. Okay. Hi, Bingo! Hi! Alright. I probably could have figured that out if I had really thought. If I had really used, like, my sixth sense. If I had opened my third eye, I could have figured that out, probably, from the clues. Alright. My bad. So... let's go. Grab the coordinates. Hi. Wait, what coordinates do we need exactly? Because there's 6 stars in the constellation. Which star do we need? You'll need to know the exact coordinates of your Sleeper constellation. Like, right in the middle? Alright, they have a tool to help you find it. So, visit the Gelineo Constellation Finder, punch in your star data, select the Sleeper drop down. Then at the very bottom, it'll show you your room containing... Okay. So let's do that. Let me grab my star data. Alright, I got that. Punch that into the Constellation Finder. Alright, and the number we're looking for is... 1815. Okay, that's not... that's weird. Oh, it's the sum. Wait, it's the sum of. That's ridiculous. Okay, guys. This is what they wanted you to do. Okay, so I could not have figured this out. I deadass could not have figured this out. This is what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to take all of the coordinates of every star, okay? The X and the Y coordinates. They wanted you to add together all of the X coordinates. No, listen to me. They wanted you to add all of the X coordinates together, okay? And then they wanted you to add all of the Y coordinates together. And then they wanted you to take the sum of the X coordinates, for example, 882, and then add the digits together, 8 plus 8 plus 2, to find the coordinates and repeat with the Y in order to find the coordinates for the room. No, that's ridiculous. Nobody would have figured that out. I mean, obviously somebody did, but come on now. That's ridiculous. Children play this game. So my coordinates, as granted to me by the very handy constellation finder, is 1815. All right. I know, right? I feel like Neopets is slipping because its modern user base is 20 years older with degrees. Yeah. All right. That is humanity's last test levels. Yeah. I'm a genius. I could. I don't know. All right. So let me just punch this in. So we're gonna go 18. I can just punch this into the URL at the top. 18. What did I say? 1815, 1812. What did I say? 1815. All right. Now what? Oh. Okay. Now I have to search every fucking spell book. I can do this part. We just gotta click until we find the right one, I guess. Anyways, I had a dream. My daily weird dream. My daily weird nap dream. And yes, this always is during naps. I honestly don't even remember my nightly dreams anymore. I'm just remembering my nap dreams. My daily nap dream today. In my dream, I just like really wanted to see you guys. I just missed you. I was having a bad day. And so I wanted to see you guys, so I just randomly started a stream. And I was like, and then like I started crying for some reason. I don't know what happened earlier in the dream. Like I just was sad in the dream. So I was crying and I was like, I just miss you guys so much. I really wanted to stream. And then I was like, wait a second, because I did a random stream without scheduling it. Now people are gonna lose their streaks. And then I got even more sad, and then I started crying hysterically. And then I just like left. I just left the stream open without like closing it out, without like ending the stream. Dream Rixie is building the Dream Discord. No! So Dream Rixie was crying. Dream Rixie was upset because she ruined everybody's streak, so she ran away. And my stream was still open, and then I came back, and there was some random guy streaming from my stream. And he was like playing some video game. And I was like, what are you doing? You're stealing my French ears! And I was like fighting him. It was crazy. But anyways. Yeah, what was he thinking? You can't just do that. You can't steal my stream. I should probably be doing this a little more methodically. How'd the random guy look? I'm trying to think. He kind of looked like he definitely had I can tell you what he looked like. He looked like a mix between Sid, the mean kid from Toy Story 1, an M&M. He looked like an ugly M&M with like black hair. That's the best way I can describe it. I mean, not that Eminem's like the most good-looking guy, but like an uglier version. Yeah, he was a total punk, and he was stealing. He was streaming manslop, streaming some sort of FPS game I've never seen. So yeah, I wasn't happy. I was like, this isn't Neopets. I swear to God, if they're like, I swear to God, if I look at the answer under like, there are a lot of decoy books on the shelf, but really you were supposed to click the middle of the star 7 times, revealing another book. Like, I swear. Don't worry, I would never follow a male VTuber that looks like Sid and Eminem. Never knock until you try it. Just kidding. But yeah, I was like, the fuck. There were other parts of that dream. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. There was like a part of the dream. There was a part of the dream where I was like on a trip. Like, so I guess like the first part of the dream I was home, but then like there was another part of the dream where I was like on a trip, and I was like at a hotel, and I was like, I guess it was like a business trip, and like, not my boss, but like somebody who was like calling the shot. Oh God. This spell book contains 52,143 distinct spells. Which one do you want to cast? You're kidding me. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know which spell I'm supposed to cast? All right, give me a second. Let me see if there's a hint. But anyways, I was at this hotel, and then whoever was like my boss or like in charge of me was like, I need you to go to every room of this hotel, and I need you to like find out if the people in there are cheating on their wives or like cheating on their husbands. And I was like, okay. So then I was like going door to door. I was like going door to door, like knocking on the door, and then like verifying if the 2 people in the room were married. Very weird dream. All right, so let's see. There might be a spell in the archive somewhere, but the cataloging system doesn't go into detail about specific spells, just the titles of the books. Of course, there are thousands of spell books in there, tens or hundreds of thousands, perhaps. I wouldn't know where to begin to find the proper spell. Finding the coordinates for the correct room, just searching randomly would be madness. Were you getting DC'd from OBS the other day? Because I saw someone else having a similar issue. I mean, OBS did crash, but all my other stuff crashed too. I think I just had too many tabs open. So probably not, no. I don't think I've had problem. How am I supposed to know which number spell? Let me read. Let me go to... It's probably gonna be something stupid, but... The sleeper. They got logged out? I didn't get logged out. So... Whatever happened to them, I'm sorry, but it didn't happen to me, I guess. Alright, come on. We should brute force it. We should enter every number. Deleted all redeems and started a reconfiguration? Oh boy. Well, luckily that did not happen to me. My redeems are through Mix It Up though. They're through like a different thing. So I think I would be fine in terms of that. If they deleted my scenes though, I'd be pretty screwed. Alright, I don't know how we're supposed to know what spell number. I'm sorry. I'm cheating on this one. I'm sick of this. I want this plot to be over with. Oh my god. It says when you find it, enter spell 29,884. Someone found that by manually checking the first 229,883 spells. Someone actually had to brute force this for us to know this. So literally the solution would have been to brute force it. That's crazy. I'm glad I looked it up. They put it right in the middle too. That's crazy. Nothing happened. But it says nothing happened, but they said that that's the correct spell. Alright. So let's go to the Hall of Heroes. That's crazy because, like, it says nothing happened, so the person who brute forced it must have somehow known that that was the right one still. I don't know if the other ones didn't say that, but... Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hey! You place the necklace around the neck of the darkest fairy statue. Kaboom! As soon as you do, the flames on her hands flare brightly. Beams of light shoot out from cracks in the stonework, and a few seconds later, the statue explodes into a pile of rubble. A loud ringing sound echoes throughout the room and across all Altador. Everyone staggers back, looking very dizzy, and puts their hands to their temples. We die! Yeah! Then the ringing sound ends. A minute later, Phineas, the archivist, comes running inside. Oh, goodness! He shouts as he reaches you. I remember it now. I remember everything. Indeed you do, intones a deeper, more profound voice. You turn to see King Altador striding into the room, Jordana at his side. Phineas sees them, but he doesn't seem frightened at all. Instead, he rushes over to Jordana and bows before her. My lady, I'm so sorry to have doubted you. I didn't remember, you see. Jordana chuckles gently. Of course, she says. That was the intent of the spell, was it not? Phineas cracks a smile. Yes, I suppose it was. Perhaps we should explain matters to my friend over here. He glances at you. Jordana approaches you. You look confused, she says. Of course, since you know nothing from before the spell, you have not remembered anything, so allow me to explain. Also, isn't this 200 Pony's favorite, Stream Beat song? Was it 200 Ponies or was it somebody else? I forget. But, I remember that. King Altador puts a hand on your shoulder. Let us adjourn to this council chamber, he says. Wait, did the King Altador touch me? King Altador touched my shoulder? I'm never washing this shoulder. Alright, Moments later, you find yourself whisked through a hidden door and are brought into the chamber where the heroes of Altador meet. Altador and Jordana sit in finely wrought chairs, part of 12 chairs arranged in a semicircle at one end of the room. Jordana begins to speak. Surely you are aware of the recent chaos brought by the betrayer, also called by some the Darkest Fairy. She glances askew for a moment at King Altador, who raises an eyebrow but says nothing. Freed from her underwater prison, she wrested control of the kingdom from us and attempted to remake Altador in her own image. The cornerstone of her plan was to destroy the history of Altador by means both physical and magical. She intended to destroy every history book in Altador and then cast a spell to change the memories of every citizen so she would be remembered as the true founder of the kingdom. This is the face that your dream crazy girl makes before she burns your family alive and then erases your memories. I received word of her plan just before she was to put it into effect. It was too late to keep her from taking control of the kingdom, but not too late to preempt her magic with some of our own. It was His Majesty's idea. She smiles briefly at Altador, but I was the one who cast the spells. As Phineas correctly divined, there were two halves to the spell. You know, now that the Darkest Fairy's seat is empty, I think they should give Phineas a seat. I think he should get his own statue in the Hall of Heroes. What do you guys say? The first half of the spell draped a veil across our memories of Altador's history, as well as hiding any writings pertaining to that history. The spell also erased the betrayer's memory of her very own plan to rewrite our history. However, it did not erase her memory of having conquered Altador in the first place, for this was something she had secretly desired before the kingdom was ever founded. This is the spell you broke moments ago. By destroying the statue of the betrayer, I embedded the power source for the spell within her statue, knowing that in her mad quest for glory, she would likely destroy all the statues in the hall except for her own. The second half of the spell provided for magical clues that would eventually lead you to the mechanism for destroying her statue. By the way, your magical clues sucked, okay? Get better spells next time. I'm sorry it was such a long and drawn-out process. Your apology is not accepted, Jordana. But I had to make sure that only someone persistent would try to solve it. The betrayer has no patience for obscure puzzles, and she would hopefully have not realized that there was a puzzle to solve, even if she had come across the first clue. Thankfully, she was vanquished before she did. However, this meant that every citizen of Altador, including myself and the king, had lost our memories of not only Altador's storied past, but also our memories of having cast the spell entirely. Complicating things even more is the fact that none of us were even aware that anything was missing. But the very design of the puzzle ensured that someone such as yourself would come across it and attempt to unravel the mystery. She grins at Phineas, who stands off to one side, looking abashed. Our archivist, alas, came to the wrong conclusion about me while you were solving the puzzle. I did indeed steal Altador's history, but for the noblest of causes. Altador nods. Indeed. Fear not, Phineas, for we can hardly blame you for misapprehending such a unique and dire situation. Phineas blushes, embarrassed. Of course not, Your Majesty. Wait! Does Phineas have a crush on Altador? Old man Yowie? Old man Yowie? Alright, Jordana goes on. The necklace you found hidden within the city walls was, as you guessed, the magical power source for the clues. As long as it remained undisturbed on its pedestal, it could reveal clues one by one as they were solved. It did so by subtly manipulating both mind and matter, magically coercing certain citizens of Altador to undertake certain tasks, so as to provide you with the information necessary to solve the puzzle. It'll never last. Just like the Jakari Yuri, I know! Yeah, imagine the archivist just fucking dies after this. Ooh. Alright. As well as arranging physical objects, such as the clouds above Altador or the waves of the sea, to provide you with the clues to find the constellations. Phineas pipes up. This hero has acquitted themselves most capably in that regard, I must say. He smiles proudly at you. Indeed you have, Altador chuckles. We will soon provide you with a choice of rewards for your service to the kingdom. You can return here to see whether those rewards are yet available. Jordana nods, then examines you. You have done a great thing these past months, she says. We can but hope the Darkest Fairy is truly banished from our realms, including all she has wrought. Good journeys to you, and may the sun shine wherever you go. Hi, Artbanks! Hi! I think we finally did it, guys. I think we finally beat it. Yay! Oh, where are the missing people, though? Jordana and Altador smile as you enter. Welcome back, Jordana says. Would you like me to repeat the story of how Altador's history was hidden? No, I don't want to know anything about it. There's so many missing seats, though. Is everybody okay? Did they die? No. Thank you for the burgers. You are now eligible to use Altadorian Constellations theme when browsing Neopets. Use your user preferences to change your theme. No, I'm good. King Altador beckons you to step closer. Altador beams as you approach. So, we finally have a reward for your valiant efforts to restore the history of this great land. I must apologize for the delay, but it has taken us some time to regain our bearings. Suddenly remembering the entirety of one's history is quite taxing. Nevertheless, we do have your rewards. Our treasury is quite full, and so we have decided to award you a tidy sum of Neopoints. He waves at Gordos, the collector, who steps over to you, carrying a bulging bag. Gordos glares at you. I hate parting with such a large sum of money, but what Altador wants, he grumbles. Here you go. 5,000 Neopoints is like no Neopoints, you guys! That's such a small amount! That is such a small amount! It's okay, I think you get like a daily... I think you can return daily for more prizes, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think you get like Neopoints every day or something from this. Let me look up, the reason I wanted to do the Altador plot first was because it's tied to a daily that I was never able to access. Yeah, the council chamber once a day. I don't know if you get like Neopets every day, Neopoints every day or what, but now we can do that daily. All right, so we got that. Next, Altador says, you're awarded this trophy, the Royal Astronomer. And finally, we have a few items for you. Club President Super Plushie. They could have made separate ones, but this was cheaper. they put all the different personas on him. That's funny. The way windmills work. Windmills do, in fact, work that way. Oh my god. I do kind of like how the prizes reference the plot so much. Hall of Heroes playset with limited edition miniature gold-plated janitor. And the set of 4 commemorative Punch Club pie plates. Hang them on your wall. Just don't talk about them. Altador smiles. I hope that suffices. I regret that we couldn't provide more choice, but as I said, things are still a bit chaotic around here. And after all, this wasn't on scale of what happened to the Lost Desert or what will be happening in... He stops. Never mind. Wait, what? Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. He knew about the void. He knew about the void decades in advance. Well, he continues. You will always be welcome in Altador, and we will be eternally grateful for your services. Farewell for now. I did! I just did! Yes, I just finished it. I think. So I think I got my initial prizes, so I don't think I get more prizes. Yeah, alright. Alright. Let me see. I'm guessing that if I... It says once a day, so I don't know if I get a different, I guess this is the first day I solved it, so I'll come back another day and see what happens. All right, guys, we finally finished the Altador plot. Let me put my items in my safety deposit. I have to save all my shit. I have to hoard all my shit. All right. Let's train. Let's take Nexus Ghost for some training. We haven't been training her since we were doing all the hospital stuff with the void, but now that that's done with, we can go to training school. All right. So, I think we want to maximize endurance. So let's go. Oh, she's already doing a course. Wait. Oh, complete course. Yay! Alright. Let's just go see if we can do endurance again. Yes, Vote Code Stone. Okay, so let's check my box for a Vote Code Stone. If I don't have one, I'll buy one. I do have one. Alright. Yippee! And then I'll head over here. Pay for my lesson. And she is in training for 2 hours. Okay. What else can we do? We can do my other dailies. Let me see what the next plot... What would be the first ever Neopets plot? First Neopets plot. How about that? Let's start there. Oh, Neopets plots. Let's see. Over the years, many stories in Neopia have been told during plots. Some use comic books, others movies. From the Battlefield Merida plot through release of Legends and Letters, comics have been a frequent storytelling tool. Hi, Kex! Hi! Oh, never mind. This is the remastered ones that are not available anymore. Okay, sorry. AI Overview says the first Neopets plot was the Virtue Pets plot, also known as the Sloth Invasion. I don't know if there's like one. You would think Jelly Neo would. Jelly Neo probably does have something here. History. Neopets history. Neopets have been around for quite some time. Relive the olden days. All right. Year 1, 1999. Here, let's do this together. Here, let's go through these together. Wow! Thank you for the 130 day stream streak, Adora. Yippee! And good morning, Kex. How you doing? Hi. All right, let's look at this together. All right, the year 1999. In November 15, 1999, Neopets was officially launched. Neopets did not start archiving their news until January 2000, so specific dates, information, additions from year 1999 are hard to confirm. Year 2. Year 2. Year in summary. 12 new colors for Neopets. 18 new species discovered. 19 species revamped. 3 events occurred. And 6 new lands were discovered. So, the features page was the new features page was launched. A new pet, the Flay, is introduced to the site. Oh, it later became a Buzz. Why did they change the name? Its ancestor, the Flay. Oh, this is what it used to look like. And they changed it. Interesting. Can you imagine if that one Neopet with a degenerative eye disease still looked like that? He would be fucked. Holy shit. Anyways. Alright, the loop and the elephant are introduced. You can clear the sales history in your shop. The first fairies are sighted. The trading card game is introduced. Adopt a page now has a search engine. The Polypup, which became the Galert later. The Neopet Times. Neopets will send you a card on your birthday. Oh, this is month by month. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for when they start, like, plot points and stuff. Neodex, limited edition pets. PO-Fan is introduced. Game room is revamped. A profanity filter is added to the site. No! Alright, beauty contest, safety deposit box, treasure maps. Alright, soup kitchen, wishing well. Neo Lodge, hospital guilds. Pharmacy. Alright. Let's see. No, not the profanity! Sleep again in a few minutes. Saving your streak. Okay. I'll have a quick message. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kex. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. The Frog Stomp, which became the Quiggle. I hate Quiggles. What did they look like before? Oh my god. That's actually really cute. I hate Quiggles though. They're so mean. Alright. The Tigran became an Akara, not the Kugra. Interesting. Alright. Caption contest, help page, Neocomics are released. Released in Neocomic files. Color purple. Let's see. The Farah. They added a whole bunch of new Neopets back then. In 2000. Alright, Techo. The World Events page is launched with Balthazar's Fairy Giveaway Madness and the Health Frogs Vegetarian Giveaway. The new features page. Neopian pronunciation page. That could be helpful because I don't know how to pronounce everything. Neopet gained 1 million members. Was there even 1 million people in 2000? In the year 2000? Neocam? What's that? Oh my gosh. The Neocam, which is a live webcam of the Neopets office. Why would I want to stalk them like this? It looks like the last broadcast was in 2007. If the picture isn't changing after a few refreshes, the cam is off. The camera has been off for almost 20 years, you guys. Ooh. Anyways. Ooh, 20th. Neopets can now become sick. No! Alright. Oh, August 16th. August 16th. Dr. Sloth kidnaps the Space Fairy and the Island Mystic has appeared on Umbuku Island claiming he can decode the mysterious message. The Virtue Pets plot has begun. All right, the Virtue Pets. So the Virtue Pets plot is the first plot, right? That would be the first plot then, officially. Because it looks like they had, like, some events. But those were, like, events and plots are different. Yeah. Let me see. World events page. Oh, these are just like... Or this might be an old page. Alright. So, the Virtue Pets plot would be the first plot. So let's go to that one. Can we still play that one? Okay, so let's see. The Virtue Pets plot was the first ever plot TNT produced. That's the Neopets team. Amongst other things, it introduced the horrible Dr. Sloth to Neopia and introduced the Grundos as a species. The plot officially began on August 16, 2000, year 2, although a mutant Grundo had been spotted around the site a day earlier. The plot ended August 25th. As this is one of the oldest plots, most of the pages have since been removed from the site. Aww, we can't relive it. That's okay, let's read. The plot began with a message from the Space Fairy claiming that she had received an encoded transmission from deep space. The Space Fairy was worried and begged the population of Neopia to help her fight whatever evil was coming. Meanwhile, the island mystic opened up his hut on Mystery Island. He claimed that he would be able to decode the message, but would need 1,000 code stones in order to accomplish this. Around the planet, Neopians began to have encounters with the mysterious Dr. Sloth. A roving reporter, Mr. Blue Maru, collected... That would be like Mr. Human. The reporter, Mr. Human, Mr. Blue Maru, collected these accounts for public use. It would be even funnier if Mr. Blue Maru was not a Blue Maru. He is a Blue Maru. Okay. Eventually, Dr. Sloth made an announcement to the entire planet. He intended to introduce Neopia to his own creations, Virtue Pets. He began to abduct Neopets and take them to his space station, which he had placed in an orbit, which blocked out the sun. It wasn't long before the island mystic managed to decode the message and discover that Sloth's plan wasn't to introduce Virtue Pets, but to mutate Neopets into them. This smug chappie is the original island mystic before he became a Kyrie. Oh yeah, the island mystic. Do I know that character? Yeah, what a freaky looking little human. Island Mystic. Yeah, this is what he looks like now. I've seen him before. But he used to look like this. I don't know if I like this one. Well, he's not really a human. He's like a creature. Okay, this is clearly a human. All right. Is that Einstein? Okay, let's read this. The race was on to reach the space station and stop Sloth. A rocket scientist. That's the rocket scientist. He is a human. There are humans in this world. Yeah, flying this Einfach class. What? Okay. A rocket scientist opened a launch pad that would allow access to space, but needed a few supplies before it could become operational. When Neopians succeeded in reaching the space station, they discovered that the Space Fairy had challenged Sloth, only to find that her powers had been weakened by the number of Neopets that had been mutated. By the way, can I have Einstein as my pet? No! By the way, this is what the Space Fairy looks like. This is the Space Fairy. She's one of the better looking fairies. I mean, all the fairies are good looking. I just like her design. I like her sparkly leggings. 8.5, fair. Her name is Mira, apparently. Alright. Excuse me. Sloth captured the fairy and held her prisoner in his control room. She issued a desperate plea to Neopia to free the Grundos in order to restore her power. She calculated that 20,000 Grundos needed to be saved in order to restore her. So I see. So I bet you like they were having people donate code stones, and they were having people adopt Grundos. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dr. Sloth activated the secret transformation of the Virtue Pet space station, turning it into a transmogrification ray in orbit. With one shot, it would mutate the entire planet below. He completed the mutation ray and succeeded in firing a single shot. However, at that moment, the space ferry broke free and managed to deflect the ray back toward Sloth. The resulting explosion completely destroyed the mutation ray parts, and it was presumed that Dr. Sloth was destroyed along with it. The Virtue Pet space station itself narrowly escaped destruction and settled into orbit around Neopia. You haven't seen the last of me. By the way, what species is Dr. Sloth? Species unknown. Yeah, this is Dr. Sloth. Alright. Okay, so as this was the first plot run, it was the very early days of Neopets. Plot participation was very different to the norm. Users could collect code stones for the Island Mystic, suggest ways in which the story could progress, collect materials the rocket scientists needed to finish the launch pad, and adopt a Grundo. Alright, we can look at like the plot stuff. Oh god, this is the trailer. Coming to Neopia soon, a new evil, Sloth. Dr. Sloth. There's a mysterious presence surrounding Neopia. In just days, the fate of Neopia will be decided. Do you have what it takes? There's no audio, by the way. To defend Neopia from a new evil? Ooh, there's sound. Ooh, 8/17/2000. Alright. The arrival of the space station. So the Virtue space station showed up and blocked the sun. Alright. I know. 26 years ago, you were in kindergarten. What was I doing in 2000? Who knows? I existed. Alright, the Grundo comic. So this is the comic introducing the Grundo. Man, look at the fucking resolution on this thing. We are the Grundos. We used to live in harmony and peace on the planet Doron. One day, Dr. Sloth came to our planet and transformed everyone into evil Grundos. Now we live in chaos and violence. We only live to serve our master, the evil Dr. Sloth! No! That makes me want to adopt a Grundo right now. This is so sad. These are the Grundos. And then look, he transformed them into like these buff Grundos. Aww. Like Rixie? Wait, what? The Space Fairy's plea. This is what Mohogs used to look like. That's so funny. Alright, help me. You're my last hope. I would have taken on Dr. Sloth, but he has enslaved many beings in the universe, causing my powers to become drained. Adopt the slave pets! Rescue them from Dr. Sloth's control, and you will renew my strength so that I may defeat him. Hurry, our time is running out. He is about to unleash his mighty pet mutation ray on Neopia. I am held prisoner in Dr. Sloth's control room. Quick, try to access it through the Virtue Lift. Remember, owners, you must adopt the slave pets as pets to go to set me free. The fate of Neopia rests on it. Click here to go to the space station. You must adopt 20,000 Grundos. I can only be free when they are adopted and saved from the evil Dr. Sloth. Not sure what's going on? Click here for the plot. If I click here, it's going to be broken link, probably. Yeah. Aww. R.I.P. All right. The space station transforming. So here's the animation. You'll buy a plushie of the tiger cow. It doesn't look quite like that. It still basically looks like that, but they changed the art style. Oh my goodness, it's the evil mutation ray. It's headed for Neopia. Ooh. Okay, I think that's the end of the animation, probably. Oh. It's still moving. It's scanning for places to mutate. I think I have to wait for it to... Okay, is it loop like that? Oh, okay, I guess so. Whatever. Alright, plot ending. The end. So this is after they saved everybody. The space fairy channeled the mutation ray back at Dr. Sloth's space station, overloading it and causing it to explode. Me when I'm eating my 1,245th Grundo. But they need me to power through. No, don't eat that! I'm gonna pin that. Ooh, Grundos. Grundos are cute. If you want like a stocky little creature pet, instead of getting a Quiggle, you should get a Grundo. Yeah. I can show you what Mohogs look like now. Because they look different now. A little different, not very different. I don't have Mohawk as a species. Wait. Oh, species. Here we go. Yeah, that just made them a little more cartoony. That's the old one. And this is like the new one. Well, that's a fairy. This is a fairy one, so that's not even a good representation, but... Anyways. Alright. So this is the animation of the mutation ray being destroyed. Or destroying itself. Kabloom! And it goes to the space station hurtling toward Neopia, toward Neopia. Alright. The mutation ray has been destroyed, along with Dr. Sloth and his vile minions. All of Neopia celebrates. All of Neopia celebrates! I think they meant celebrates. But many wonder what will become of the abandoned station now that now is in orbit around Neopia. Has Dr. Sloth truly been destroyed? Whatever the answer, Neopia is safe for the time being, and all Neopets know that when evil rears its ugly head, they'll be ready, whatever the cost. And then we can read the comic. Oh wait, ending comic page. Wait, what's... Okay, that one's gone. We can read the ending comic though. We can't read like the rest, but... So... Oh wait, we can hover over it. Okay. So she's like pointing at the ship. He's like shaking his fist, grrr, and he presses the button, and then this thing activates. Oh, they beamed her. Youch. And then she explodes with power! She deflects the beam! She kills Sloth and all of his dastardly minions! We saved Neopia, yay! Wow, guys, we finished that plot so fast! Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So let me go back. Yay! Let's see. So after the Sacrificer staff plot. What's that? Beginning on August 18, 2000, Sacrificers was the first real staff competition launched on the site. It lasted until November 10th, running through both the Virtue Pets plot and the Hunt for the Battle Dome plot. 13 staff members took part. The story focused around 13 Neopet staff members being captured by the island natives of Mystery Island. I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that in 2026. The cannibal coconut people! Not the cannibal coconut people! The cannibal coconut people sacrificed 12 of the staff members to their god, Mumbo Pinga! It was a different time, you guys. The last remaining staff member would be set free and returned to Neopia with a statue in their honor being constructed. So not only did they have, like, some vaguely racist stuff, but they also killed off staff members. In order, the victims of Mumbo Pango were Monster Boy, Styrofoam Bob. What is all this? This left Pop-Tart Donna as the only survivor. What is all of this? Who's Monster Boy? Oh, these are staff. The staff members have their like own little like avatars. I don't think they do all of this anymore. They don't want you to know that they're people. I remember this guy. I remember in the old, they used to be in like the old games and stuff. They killed off all these staff members. I remember Donna too. She was a co-owner of Neopets before they left the company. That's interesting. All right, I don't really care about the staff events though, to be honest, so we'll skip that. So Grundo, stock market. Thistle, cooking pot. The Great Cooking Pot of Mystery. Oh, wait. Is she different from the Trading Post Fairy? Am I racist? Is she? Is she the Trading Post Fairy? Who's the Trading Post Fairy? If she's the Cooking Pot Fairy, who's the Trading Post Fairy? Oh, she is, okay, she is the Trading Post Fairy. She does both. She's doing double duty. She runs the cooking pot and the Trading Post. Okay. The Gallery of Evil. What's the Gallery of Evil? As an uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through. The vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head, he went galumphing back. The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, I know that. Not all the inhabitants of Neopia are friendly. In fact, there are a certain few that possess no greater desire than to kill and eat your pet! The Gallery of Evil is dedicated to these creatures, or at least what we know about them. All the encounters with these strange, savage, wandering beasts have been recorded. Remember their names, although there is only a small chance that you will come across these monsters. If you do, you'll be well advised to run as fast as you can. Dr. Frank Sloth. Look at this fucking scary stories to tell at night ass picture. Oh my god. This is terrifying. Dr. Frank Sloth. Dr. Frank Sloth is a brilliant, insane, evil scientist hell-bent on the total destruction of Neopets and Neopia. Arriving at Neopia in his space station in year 2, he was narrowly defeated by the Space Fairy. Sloth is best known for enslaving an entire planet of alien creatures, Grundos, and mutating them into stronger forms to draft into his army. He has vast technological resources at his disposal, including evil robots, killer clones, spaceships, and ancient artifacts of major destructive power. In short, beware! The Ghost Loop. A once brave Loop Knight was killed on the shores of Mystery Island in an attempt to rescue his bride from the natives. In death, his spirit is restless, desperately seeking revenge. Although sometimes this wayward spirit may aid you, his anger can easily be directed at those who disturb him. As well as with the entries in this book, we suggest you steer very clear. I think the Ghost Loop is the one that gave me the morphing potion that I sold for like a bajillion Neopoints. The Pant Devil. Oh, I hate the Pant Devil. He steals your items. The Pant Devil is a strange fellow. Rather than kill his victims, he prefers to steal all their possessions and then leave the poor souls, weakened, for others to finish them off. They have been spotted all over Neopia, so keep alert! Malchus Vile. Holy shit, who's this? A particularly despicable character who prefers to get more gullible Neopets to do his dirty work. He'll do anything as long as the reward is great enough. Most recently, Malchus was seen organizing the theft of King Colt's crown, the aid of 2 brown Mirkais. The Shadow Usul. Look at this artwork! Did they get the guy who illustrated those fucking children's books? The scary children's books to illustrate these Neopets? This is crazy. Creeping slowly up the wall, the shadow Usul did not make a sound. The light from the moon illuminated the whole area, apart from a slow, crawling blackness, an area in which no light shone. Climbing up to the unlocked window, the shadow flowed inside like a river of darkness. The shadow Usul only appears at night, and has mainly been spotted in and around Neopia Central. What her motives are, we have no idea, but we suggest you keep your wits about you. Ooh, Spider Grundo! I just got a Battle Dome challenge from the Spider Grundo. Step closer, my pretty. I won't hurt you much. This evil creature was once a Grundo before Dr. Sloth made him the subject of his experiments. Now the Spider Grundo terrorizes all who venture into his web. Bondage sex with the Spider Grundo? I mean what? Jelly Chia! Once upon a time, a deranged confectioner by the name of Whizzle wanted to create something that would make him famous and rich. He planned to create an edible friend, a pet who would be your buddy until you decided it was time to eat it! Hey! One of his experiments was the Jelly Chia. He looked after it, read its stories, and educated it about Neopia, until one day Whizzle got peckish. What a horrifying origin story. As Whizzle walked up to the Chia, licking his lips, the Chia suddenly realized what was going to happen. In a fit of desperation, the Chia launched himself at Whizzle, enveloping him and slowly dissolving him. No one ever saw Whizzle again after that day. I mean, he kind of deserved it, didn't he? If you look carefully at that old, disused chocolate factory on the hill, you may still be able to see this lonely Chia bouncing around. And you may still hear Whizzle's screams. Don't go inside, however, whatever you do. Neopet's Vor is canon. The Muka. Oh, I've seen this one. The Muka, formed entirely from mucus. The origins of this mutated Mirka are unknown. Maybe a paintbrush gone wrong, or perhaps a freak created by one of Sloth's hideous experiments. We will never know. Muka can be seen slithering around the nastier regions of the haunted woods, eating, well, devouring everything in its path. His sharp jaws can cut through the vegetation like butter, and the same goes for young Neopets who wander astray. Avoid! Commander Guru. Nobody knows really how Guru is one of the ones that constantly shows up in the bottom right here, I think. Nobody knows really how Guru ascended through the ranks of Sloth's evil army so quickly. Perhaps it was his mean temper, foul attitude, and utter contempt for other Neopets that caught his master's eye. Within a matter of 3 years, Guru had been appointed chief commander of Sloth's impending invasion, and subsequent capture of a race of small, multicolored aliens known as Grundos. This mean-spirited Bloomeroo has not been seen since Sloth was defeated, and the Virtue Pets Empire crumbled. However, when his master returns to power, we can assure you that it will not be long before Guru comes out of hiding. How many entries are there? Balthazar! Balthazar the Loop was abandoned by his family in the edge of the haunted woods as a child. He crawled, hungry and thirsty, through the twisted forest until he came upon a clearing. He could see purple lights in the distance, darkness fairies. As he asked for help, they started to giggle, and then to cackle, and all of a sudden, they started picking up stones and twigs, and threw them at the poor Loop! Ooh! Balthazar had no choice but to run away, yelping and crying. He somehow managed to survive in the woods, living for years alone, and he never forgot what the fairies did to him that day. Balthazar is now a bounty hunter, capturing young fairies in his magical bottles and selling them for huge profits. Well, it was the darkness fairies that did that to you, not all the fairies. You don't have to capture whoever this is. Count Von Roo! I know Count Von Roo. Living in the darkest reaches of the haunted woods. A place so dark that no sunlight at all reaches through the trees. Count Von Roo is a very solitary creature. Well, until he gets hungry. Von Roo has been known to glide through the night sky to nearby villages in search of a tasty snack. Always make sure your window is closed at night, because if you leave it open, you may not be there in the morning. Hubert Knox! This evil, nefarious, scheming Chia makes his home atop a desolate mountain in the haunted woods. He lives alone as he prefers his devilish plans not to be interrupted. I recognize most of these like haunted woods villains because they show up in like a lot of the mini games and stuff. Whether it's conquering just one city or the whole of Neopia, whether he uses ghosts, aliens, zombies, or mutants, Hubert has an evil plan for every day of the week. Hubert's arch enemy is the walkie known as Magax Destroyer. In fact, their conflict is so famous in the world of Neopia, they started their very own game. Oh my gosh, you guys. I went to get a Minions meal at Wendy's today, and I didn't get a Minion toy. Boo. I just randomly... I think it was because the shape of the Chia reminds me of a Minion. They didn't give me my Minions toy. I don't know. It just wasn't in the bag. Honestly, the lady at the drive-thru, I say lady, it was like a teenage girl. The girl at the drive-thru acted like annoyed that we existed. Where's my toy? me yelling at the teenage girl. Me, a grown woman, yelling at the teenage girl working in the drive-thru for minimum wage. Where's my fucking toy? Oh, banana. No, I mean, she didn't seem like she was very good at her job. If they asked you for your child, would you have turned to dust? I would have said yes for my child. No, I just mean I got the bag and the toy wasn't in it. That's just what happened. Oh well. Alright. Vera! Vera is in the Book of Evil? No, she's not. Okay, she is. She's actually really evil. She's super evil. What am I talking about? She is super evil. I'd feel worse if the Great Painter wasn't here. Nah, I don't care. It's fine. Okay, Vera was a pretty and vain Akara, spending her days playing in the flowers, making daisy chains to braid into her long hair. One day, she wished to be the most beautiful Akara in the world, in the whole of the world, but the wrong ears heard her wish. You are pretty, the shadowy voice said. Only I can make you beautiful. Ever since, Vera has wandered those same fields, kissing the flowers, but making them poisonous to touch. The magic mirrors she gives away do not show reality, but a twisted, ugly version of it. Anyone who looks into her mirrors at first finds themselves very beautiful, but that beauty fades into ugliness, and the mirror whispers with a dark voice, there's only one way to get your beauty back. Lord Darrigan, his land was plagued by famine and poverty. What species is Lord Darrigan? Wait. How do you spell Darrigan? He's a Corbat? Bruh! That is not a Corbat! That is a grown man! What do you mean? This is a Neopet? Apparently this is what he used to look like. I kind of like the new one. That is a grown man. That is not a Neopet. This is what a normal Corbat looks like, you guys. This little one. There's only one way to get your beauty back. Unzips. Ah! Alright. His land was plagued by famine and poverty after Meridel stole the magical orb. Bent on revenge, Lord Darrigan spent many long years tracking down the one thing he could restore peace to his people. When he finally found the orb, he began a bitter war that left Meridel devastated as his minions stopped at nothing until they returned the orb to their master. Sadly, the orb worked its foul magic on Lord Darrigan and corrupted his once honest heart. The desire for power drove Lord Darrigan to plot the destruction of all Neopia until a brave knight overheard his evil plans. The Tax Beast? What's this? Ew, what is that? I've never seen this in my life. This evil little imp seems to think he is owed a portion of your money. In fact, when he arrives demanding his fair share with his teeth bared and his claws drawn, most people usually just give him what he wants. Keep all your Neopoints safely in the bank. You've been warned. It's Flora. It's Flora! I don't even think, is that even a Neopet? That's not even a Neopet. The Tax Beast? Oh, he's a pet. Oh, wait, no. Species unknown. He looks like a pet. The Tax Beast roams Neopia, stealing Neopoints from people he meets. He kind of looks like a... He kind of looks like a Yerbil, but, like, I don't think they have horns like that. Lord Cass, driven insane by invisible demons, this former general in Lord Darrigan's army rose to power after his master's downfall. Although underhand means he slowly took control of the Darrigan through underhand means he slowly took control of the Darrigan citadel that loomed over the happy realm of Meridel and used his influence to build an army that he would use to try and conquer the lands below. What are his motives? Only he knows. Can he be stopped? Now that his magical spell on King Scarl has worn off, a heroic band of knights has started to mobilize against him. Will he succeed with his plans? Only time will tell. Morgus. Many moons ago, she helped Lord Darrigan rise to power. Now with Darrigan out of the way, this scheming old mohawk puts her trust in a new champion, Cass. With her potions, she makes Excuse me. With her potion, she makes his troops strong, and with her magical spells, she spies on the enemies to give Cass the upper hand in battle. Her most brilliant idea was to send her daughter to cast a spell over King Scarl with a magical dance. She was like, go, my beautiful, voluptuous daughter. Go seduce the king. It worked very well, too. Don't worry, she has lots of more tricks up that sleeve of hers. So pets have consciousness? They're like animals, I think, in this world. Pets are like animals. The court dancer. Oh, this is her daughter. This is her sexy, voluptuous daughter. Wait, I didn't know Aishas could open their eyes. Actually, no, I think I've seen other more human-like Aishas open their eyes. Now that I think about it. As she spins and waltzes to the stone quarters of Myrtle Castle, all who watch fall under her spell. This beautiful dancer is none other than the daughter of the evil hag, Morgus. Under the guise of a gift from Lord Cash, she was sent to King Scarl. They sent her as a gift? King Scarl, I think you might be a little complacent. If you're accepting women as gifts. And as Cass's troops attacked, Scarl was powerless to help, smitten with his beautiful new dancer. The plan would have worked too if it wasn't for the brave young girl named Leisha, who saw the dancer for what she really was. Where the court dancer is today, we do not know. She's in my bed. Masila. Devious and cunning, Masila is also known as the mistress of the Double Cross. Her desire for power is insatiable, and she will do anything to reach the top of the Thieves Guild. She stays with Gollum so that she may have his ear, allowing her to subtly shift his decision toward her favor, with suggestions that would otherwise seem innocent. What little softness she has left in her heart, however, belongs to Canric, though Masila would never let her feelings get in the way of her quest for power. Who are all these people? The Bringer of Night. Demigod of death and destruction, the Bringer of Night is known for the senseless slaughter of Bori long, long ago. Unrelenting and impossible to be reasoned with, this giant, evil being has no compassion. His only interest is destroying everything that lies in his path, especially the Bori, who escaped him when an unknown power froze their civilization as a means of protecting them. But Bori is like one of those like newer Neopets. Not like super new, but like kind of new. For many years, the Bringer has been trapped in a tomb that was buried deep in the Lost Desert, lying dormant in his sarcophagus. The Bringer awaited some foolhardy adventurer who will unleash his horrific power once again. Gollum. Okay, this is the ally of Masila, but not the one she's in love with. Considered ruthless, even by thief standards, Gollum has clawed his way to the top of the Thieves Guild, leaving a none too pretty trail behind him. Through threats and bullying, Gollum ensures that the thieves of the guild would never forget he's the boss. He's fairly confident that no one would dare betray him. However, his affection for Masila and his blindness to her threat could prove to be his undoing. Oh, love triangle! Love triangle! So he's in love with the Akar and Akar's in love with someone else? What is his violent lore? Where's the color stealer? Where's the guy who is mad because they kidnapped their pet? He's designed to be fucked? I mean, he does got that like kind of blindfold thing and like... Let me... You know what? While we're at it, why don't I search, I want to see if King Altador has any. No, there's no Gollum from Neo. Oh. There's no Gollum. King Altador? Altador? King Altador? King Altador has 13. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how my penis is supposed to feel about this. Okay. Anyways. Moving on. Judora! Judora's awesome. I guess she's technically a villain now. Judora. Most villains earn their place in the Gallery of Evil through terrible, malicious deeds. One fairy, however, has never done anything to directly harm Neopia, and that's what has everyone so worried. She just seems evil. Thank you for the hydrate. Judora's not evil, she's just a bitch. She's not actually evil. She's like... She's an ally. She like, you can, you know, interact with her normally. Ranking among Neopia's most feared residents, the dark fairy named Eudora is often regarded with suspicion and always approached with caution. Her terrible temper and tendency to deceive and manipulate are well known, but that is hardly enough for the other fairies to condemn her. Still, everyone has her suspicions, and as a result, she's watched very closely by her fairy sisters. It's rumored that over the years, she has ties to several terrible things that have occurred in Neopia. However, until there's any proof, this cunning fairy will remain free. What's the difference between a fairy who's a bitch and a fairy who's actually evil? She hasn't done anything evil. So what? She was friends with Sloth. So what? You know, she dated Sloth in high school. What? Does this make her evil now? No, I don't know. But I don't know. They just treat her like she's evil, but she's really not. Captain Scarblade. Notorious captain of the wicked ship Revenge. Just the name Captain Scarblade strikes fear into the hearts of every seafaring Neopian. Self-proclaimed ruler of the 5 seas of Neopia, Scarblade makes good on his promise that all the riches in the sea are his for the taking. No merchant vessel is safe from his menace while he is on the water, nor port when his ship is at berth. Even other pirates rightfully fear his black sails, because this pirate captain does not share his seas. Benny, known by various nicknames, serves under the notorious Captain Scarblade. I've never seen a penguin with stubble before. Fascinating. Benny is considered dangerous and untrustworthy, even among fellow pirates, who try their best to stay on his good side. His skill with a knife is known in every port town, and it's been years since a barkeep asked him to pay his tabs, due to rumors of what happened to the last barkeep who did so on Scurvy Island. Cursed Jazan. Yet another unwelcome suitor of Prince Amira. Oh god, what's going on with Princess Amira? Prince Jazan has a menacing presence that doesn't he end up marrying her? This is the cursed version. I don't know. I thought he was the one that marries her in the end. Claiming to hail from the ruined city of Kassala and bearing what seems to be an ancient marriage agreement, he will stop at nothing to get his way and marry Princess Amira. Though his first attempt to court the princess failed and he was expelled from Sakmet, it is doubtful he is the type to be brushed aside so easily. Wait. What's the lore between Jazan and Amira? Well, we're gonna learn all this eventually. But I'm like, I'm like invested in all this. King Jazan. Prince of the cursed city of Kassala, Jazan originally came to Sakmet to seek Princess Amira's hand in marriage. When Princess Amira stubbornly refused him, as she did all suitors, he became enraged and laid siege to the city. However, it was revealed that his reasons for marriage were to break the ancient curse that had been placed upon his people. Oh, Nabile fell in love with him. Okay, so never mind. He married someone else. Alright, whatever. Oh, wait! In an alternate timeline that has since been corrected, Jazan managed to marry Amira. Wait a second, what? Nabila fell in love with him, and being of royal blood herself allowed for the curse to be partially broken with their marriage. As part of this, his undead father returned and Jazan was forced to kill him. So in an alternate timeline, he's married to Amira, but in the current timeline, he's married to Nabile or Nabile. Interesting. Razul. There are hardly any words capable of describing Razul's villainy. I don't even know who this is. Perhaps monstrous. Driven by an insatiable lust. You can't say that. Driven by an insatiable lust for absolute power, he desired immortality so bad he cursed the entire city, including his own son Jazan. Okay, this is Jazan's father. So that he could one day rise from the grave. This twisted demon has now returned, unleashed by a prophecy that Jazan falsely believed would save his people. Razul, in a maniacal frenzy, has gleefully begun burning Sakmet to the ground. Alright. The Darkest Fairy! There we go. The Darkest Fairy, also known as the Betrayer, once belonged to the Council of 12 that built and benevolently ruled the kingdom of Altador. Though she seemed content at one time to rule alongside the others, this soon changed. The Darkest Fairy betrayed King Altador and the kingdom, and it became horrifyingly clear that she desired to be the land's sole ruler. Not satisfied with simply overthrowing the empire, the Betrayer's thirst for power led her to devise a plan to use her magic to completely rewrite the history of Altador, making herself both the sole founder and the queen. Luckily, King Altador and his sorceress Jordana were able to preempt her scheme with one of their own, and thanks to a pair of unlikely heroes, her terrible plans were snuffed as well. Nowadays, the Darkest Fairy is trapped in a statue under the watchful eye of Queen Fiora, but evil like hers shall always be a threat. Wait! Her statue's being watched over by Queen Fiora? Queen Fiora is not the queen anymore. Who's watching her now? What's happening? Do they have the Darkest Fairy under control? What's happening? Eliv Thade. In his younger days, Eliv was hailed for his brilliant mind. I only know this guy because of the game where you do this. You have to like find words in like the jumbled letters. Was hailed for his brilliant mind and nearly revealed for his amazing ability to solve even the most complex puzzles. That all changed one day when a servant of the proud Kachik offered a puzzle that simply stumped Thade. He anguished over the conundrum for every waking moment during a span of many years, and as a result, his sanity slowly slipped away. As years passed, the rumor that Elif Thade had died alone in his castle without ever solving the puzzle that had tormented him for so much of his life persisted. It seems that, although his body is no more, his tortured mind and spirit remain behind. His specter now haunts the castle, challenging anyone who enters to a dangerous game of wits. Sandra Wood. Anyway, I like how angry she is at me. As a young sorceress studying under the fairies, Zandra developed her magical skills and a jaded view of the fairies' influence on Neopia. The disillusioned Zandra decided to recreate Neopia to match her own vision, attempting to make a world where Neopets ruled by a Neopet, her of course. Zandra used the magic she learned from the fairies against them, turning them all to stone. So she's like, she was like, why do the fairies rule the Neopets? The Neopets should rule themselves. I mean, maybe she's got a point. Maybe she's got a point. Why are Neopets considered second-class citizens compared to the fairies? This curse has consequences that not even Zandra could have imagined. Without the fairies' power holding Neopia together, dark creatures emerged and preyed upon the very Neopets Zandra hoped to empower. In the end, Zandra was thwarted by Hanzo and turned to stone with her own magic. Her stone figure is now in the care of Queen Fiora. Again, another one that's only being held together by Queen Fiora, who is no longer the queen. Alright, so we read them all. Alright, guys. That was a fun trip through a bunch of Neopets lore. Let's wrap up here so I can do my Duolingo on time, and I am going to see you tomorrow for Donkey Kong. Yay! Alright. So, thank you. Let's see who's streaming today. Alright, I'm going to raid Petrichor. Petrichor is playing Fears to Fathom with Nowhere Nix. Let's send you over there, and thank you, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. And next week, Fortnite, right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Caesar. Thank you, Bingo. Thank you, Artbang. Thank you, Toaster. Thank you, Blue on Blue. Thank you, Red Chimera. Thank you, Lurkers. Did I miss anybody? Thank you, everybody. Big kisses. Bye-bye.